brand to have.
Well, it started with my pilot headset. It was like my first like real like headset, and they have a lifetime warranty on that thing because it was $1,000 but not on these, which I found out the other day.
I use these for everything. For this, of course, for telehealth, for lifting. So they're not inexpensive for earbuddies, but they've been very much worth it. And I think since I use them for work, I can count it as a tax write-off.
You lift the earbuds? It shouldn't be that hard. They're pretty light, I think.
What?
Sorry, I was trying to make a joke. I was like, you lift with the headband? Well, it shouldn't be that hard. They're pretty light.
Oh my gosh.
No, I use Raycon. Those are my favorite ones.
I have AirPods because I'm bougie.
I'm glad you admit it.
AirPods don't fit in my ears.
Get better.
Get bigger ear.
You already have never not admitted that I was bougie.
Yeah.
It's true.
I too am an Apple shill.
You're not like
Apple shit.
you're not like my friend who's like ashamed of all their wealth. They're like an engineer, and I constantly bully the shit out of them. This is the same friend who they were like I buy too many like luxury things, and we were going to the mall, and she was like, it's okay, Olivia, I'm safe. There's no luxury brands at this mall.
I'm safe. They can't take my money.
I bought 14 karat gold ear tunnels recently.
Nice.
Ear tunnels?
Like gauges?
Gauges.
Yeah.
Gauges. Okay.
Not the kind that
Yes.
like spike through your ear, the kind that just leaves a hole.
Yeah.
What gauge size are you at now?
2.
You start at 1, I assume?
No, if you go
No,
lower.
the smaller number is bigger.
Oh, so what did you start at?
16?
Oh, your ear holes are getting like big then.
Yes. A 2 gauge is 6 millimeters. So I don't know if you'll be able to see it. I'll show you though.
My
detect that I might be neurodivergent.
my brother used to have
No.
used to have 00 gauges. He
Oh
could
my-
fit-
Holy moly!
That's a hole puncher in your ear.
Yeah, they could get bigger. They could get a lot bigger.
Yeah, this is 6 millimeters?
Oh, it's a little.
I saw a guy at the club with like ear holes like that. I was just like, oh.
My brother used to fit shotgun shells in his ear.
Oh,
Spent shotgun shells.
Well, at least they weren't, live.
No, he said
Got it.
live ones were too heavy.
I will say, Jen, every time I want to be like, if somebody has really great piercing, pulls up Instagram, pulls up your Instagram, this person has really great piercing.
Very nice.
I'll be like, listen, we're going to have an object lesson today.
Well, Sklep's ready.
Okie dokie, artichoke.
I just had a
Ready?
fever all weekend, so I don't have tea.
All right, I'm dipping then. If y'all are gonna start.
Bye,
Nice talking
girl.
to y'all. Bye bye.
Bye.
Um,
Comes in exclusively for gossip.
Wouldn't you?
I was so happy when I saw that she had changed her name to Olivia the Chaotic Stupid. Because it made me giggle. And then the boy that I've been dating, you'll know that it's serious because I'll start talking about him by name. But he asked why I was laughing, and I'm like, well, my name in our Discord group is Jin the Neutral Evil. And he was like, are you neutral evil? And I'm like, well, my players think so.
Think so.
Think so.
No, so?
No, so.
Jen,
Yes.
I mean, since I've known you as a DM, you've killed like 3 players. One of them was me.
Well,
Yeah. Listen, nobody I've murdered has ever complained about it.
Nope.
Nope.
I mean, but do I mean in my real life or do I mean in D&D?
That's the fun part.
Okay, so let's harass Brad and see if he's coming or not.
All right, everybody harass Brad. I forgot to do my note. Bullshit. Also, I'm like the back quarter of my notebook.
Ooh, so my the group that I DM for in person is gonna have me stream a Lancer one shot so that they can try and get more like interest in it, so that I could do a Christmas themed one shot. Yeah, a Christmas themed Lancer one shot.
You two, Ethan, have you played Lancer before?
No, I was not there when you guys played Lancer.
You three need to watch this so you can figure out how to play Lancer, because I want to do a Lancer one shot with y'all.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm. It'll include like a little like how-to vid. They want me to make how-to videos that introduce it, so they could post it on social media and shit. So, okay.
Because I might make you just be Power Rangers. Yeah, you got to choose one half-sized mech and one full-sized mech.
Great, fantastic. I call dibs on pink.
Of course.
Yeah. Okay. What happened last time, y'all?
Last time, Dragon Ball Z.
My friend's kid burnt me so bad. He looks at me and goes, "Have you watched Berserk? You look like the kind of person who's watched Berserk." And I was like, "Oh, oh,"
Yo.
but also no, I
Those
haven't.
savages, that's what they are.
Like the kind of person.
You watch Berserk. How about you just look at him and go, which one?
No, I always just have to say that I'm a different flavor of nerd. It's not my flavor of nerd.
Yeah, you don't got much weeb in you.
I do not. I don't. It's because that I live in mortal dread of the like body pillow.
The body pillow.
They freak me out real bad.
You don't need to get one.
No, listen. I have stayed over the night at somebody's house when I walked into his room and there were handcuffs and live plants on the floor and his bed did not have a bed frame and he did not have any clean towels and there was only one roll of toilet paper in the house. I stayed. If I walked into a motherfucker's bedroom and there was an anime body pillow on the bed, I'd be like, "Deuces, y'all."
Yo.
Be like, "I'm sure that there is a person out there for you, but it is not me."
Okay, what happened last time?
Yes.
We mostly traveled, had some random encounters.
Mhm.
Waterfall.
Something about geysers, and we were in rapids. There was the waterfall.
You had an environmental hazard.
We have an environmental hazard. I jumped the shark.
Yeah, some dumbass wrote a
Clearly.
shark and lost the
You did?
memories.
Yeah.
And lost memories. I lost the first time I died. And I woke up in a battle in World War One.
Mm-hmm.
And then fucking Mr. Addicted to Memory fools over here decided to get more and then take it like almost immediately. And then he dreamed of being a beautiful noble woman who put down her daughter.
Mm-hmm.
You fucking bitch.
She wasn't just a noblewoman. She ruled.
She,
Yeah.
that noblewoman was a god damn word I don't want to say.
I mean, cunt is appropriate, but I was going for narcissist.
Oh no, I was gonna say cunt, but
Yeah.
that felt rude coming from me.
Ah. Ah.
Yes.
Yes. Because I have one, I get to say it. I understand.
Mm.
And then
I
we
mean-
asked Clyde what the fuck's up with him.
I mean, I have Australian blood, so I think I get to say it too. Session.
Anyone can say it if you're not a coward.
Mm-hmm.
Clyde, what the fuck's up with him?
Don't remind me.
Clyde was what the fuck's up with you? Clyde was like, I don't know, and then he had nightmares.
Oh, Clyde had nightmares and then tore up his bed again.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good thing it's magical.
Like, what the fuck are you doing in there?
And or he even Slim told me that we're gonna put you down because you're not a part of our team because you Angie.
They didn't say that.
You
That's what
heard
it
his,
sounded
you
like.
heard his beefies. You guys heard his beefies.
They walked in and said, hey, how can we avoid you hurting people again? And you didn't give them
Not
an
what-
answer, and they left.
I didn't know. He was out there when I said that. When you for sure was like, oh, well, we're gonna keep an eye on you because you're not 100%.
He said, we need to have contingencies in place. That's all he said.
Yeah, but you hurt Clyde's fifis, which is
Well,
very.
He hurt my man. I've done worse things to bitches who've hurt my man.
Ooh. Are you speaking in character or out of character?
I'll let you guess.
I guess it's both.
And Quintu, you need more like drama in your life.
Anymore what?
You need more drama in your life. You only come out with my notes last week 3 times.
No, I have enough drama in my real life that I'm okay with the Quincy being chill, alright?
Anyway, I wrote down how does a Quinzu change so fast, and then we're all sluts after that, and that's the end of my notes.
Was this about the characters or us as people?
Both. I also wrote down stop letting Bill bleed into Sharp Eye.
Yeah.
That's very funny.
Yeah. Notable things you missed. Schlep tried to give Raheem all of his money.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Why did I write that down? Did I write that down, or is it one of the ones I can't decipher?
Also, Schlep had a follow-up dream where this time he saved Raheem, whereas before he was seemingly indecisive.
And he still failed.
Well, you don't know if he failed or not. You don't actually know what the challenge was.
No. The only thing we do know is that he has a permanent effect on him that we don't know.
Oh, that's right. More curses.
And he's not the only one. But he's got the most. We gotta get out of this place. We gotta
This is
like
not a
wrap-
contest, guys.
Get the fuck out of this place.
It is hilarious to me that we have spent the most time in this level of hell.
Ineffable trove.
Yeah, in this level of hell, and no one has something they're looking for here. We've just been giving Asclepius the Pinocchio experience.
We're trying to
Getting bigger
arm
and
up
bigger.
for the next layer. There's there's valuable things here to collect.
Like 2 dragon hordes.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
We gained a lot of information here.
That's true.
Don't forget about what we learned about Tyax, the fucker.
Alright, it's time- right, Tyax. It's time to be in character.
All right. So,
We part.
when when last we left, you were leaving the magnificent mansion.
Alright, so we are going to go to the Horde of the Dragons to pick it all up, and then we are going to make haste out of this crazy place.
I agree.
Agreed.
That's right. I was gonna ask how far, but that's a pointless question. It's a pointless fucking question. All right. From this
About
point,
2.2 miles.
I will activate the arcane eye and scout ahead of us.
Oh, you're gonna continue in the ugly guppy?
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
We'll get in the ugly guppy, and then I will have the arcane up for an hour.
Okay.
Okay.
Make me a perception check with the arcane eye to see what you notice. And then Clyde, assuming that you are still
Oh shit! It's a 17.
in charge of navigating,
Yes.
make me a survival check.
Why did my
30-20.
That's obnoxious?
Okay. Yeah, you move at a fairly good pace. There don't appear to be any natural obstacles in this part of the swamp other than the usual thick miasma of gross that exists in this level of hell. And you're clipping along. And you rolled a 17 for that. I need someone to roll me a D100, please.
I'll do it.
Okay.
21.
Nothing happens. And you continue to move forward. You see nothing with the arcane eye. The most notable thing that Schlepp sees with the arcane eye is some sort of small arboreal creature scuttling through the thin canopy of the swamp. So in the limbs of one of these demonic mangrove-like trees that sort of stick like rotted hands up out of the landscape, there's a little skittering arboreal creature that you see just for a second, and it flits in and out.
Arcana check on it?
Sure. Make an Arcana check. Your intention is to determine if this is like magical or whatever passes for natural in nature.
Just to see, because usually that would be like a nature check, but since we're in the hells, I guess it's more Arcana. But like,
Sure.
just trying to see if this is like a predator or an herbivore or something.
Okay. With a 15, you're not super familiar with the native fauna of this level of hell. Most of your archives are focused on, like devils and demons. And the odd celestial information, right? But you kind of look at it, and closest equivalent you could see is it sort of reminds you of a squirrel. But it's got scales. It's kind of scaly. So it is clearly a native of hell, but it appears to be of a more benign nature
Fair enough.
than the, like, for instance, gross lamprey things that live in the water here.
What, have you never seen an infernal squirrel?
You pointed out the squirrel sitting there all covered in orange scales and is chewing on, like, what you think might be part of a spine.
Working on my spine.
Like one of the little, like a spine bone, little vertebrae. I forgot the word for vertebrae for a second.
Wow.
But he's just sort of sitting there on his fat haunches, being a squirrel.
At least it's better than an abyssal chicken. Those things
That's
are
true.
terrifying.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Duly noted.
I definitely don't have an encounter in which you have to fight 100 abyssal chickens. So for the next hour, the arcane eye is up. You don't really see anything more interesting than the infernal squirrel Do you recast it because you will not reach your destination before an hour is up? You are making good pace, but between you and Clyde sort of consulting with the rudimentary map, you know, it's probably another hour or two until you reach the thereabouts of your destination.
No, the last hour. Oh, yeah, the last hour, I'll take a chance.
Okay. Okay, cool. Brad is coming. So no scouting ahead for the
Not
last hour.
just not with the arcane eye. I think we'll
Right,
just
but
use our eyeballs.
you're just gonna use your regular eyeballs. Excellent. Um, who would like to make the perception check?
I'll try it.
Okay.
$14.
Um,
Guidance.
you feel yeah, all right. Sure.
That's a D4, right?
It is.
15.
Okay. Cool. I think that may be the only time that someone has gotten off a guidance after the roll, but actually before you found out what he knew. Like, I think that might be the only time that's actually worked as intended. um, yeah. So you're keeping an eye out, and you don't see anything of note, though. Sharp Eye, your gaze keeps getting pulled to the water. And you tell yourself you're keeping an eye out for sharks because you didn't even know that sharks lived in this swamp. But you almost feel the pull of the oblivion that this water could bring you. You feel, since the last time you went in, emptier. You do feel the loss of the thing that you are missing, but it feels almost lighter somehow. Like it has alleviated some unknown burden in your life. But you don't see any threats. You do notice more squirrels now that Schlepp has pointed them out. And you make it to the general area of your destination. The water does continue on, and you can see in the distance where it seems to swoop up in the direction of where you've been told the next dragon's hoard is. But between where you are and the general area of your next destination, the deeper channels of water in the swamp sort of spider web out. And you get the impression, you've traveled enough to know that it may take some serious navigating to make sure that you do not get lost in this next section of the swamp. But where you are now, you see what passes for solid ground here, as solid as you've seen. There are a lot more rocks in this area, and you can see again some of that strange orange plaque that has spread out from where the Grinkin eye is. It's not nearly as thick in this area of the swamp, but there is some.
Plaque. Yeah.
You know, the little orange licheny bits. What would you like to do? You know that you are in the general area. It's easy enough to find a place to moor if you'd like to go to shore. I did not mean for that to rhyme.
Now we're looking. This first horde is the horde of
Ilfric.
Ilfric. He was
That's
a
the
black
black
dragon.
Mm-hmm.
Would it?
I don't remember much Quincy, do you know much about dragon hordes or dragon lairs?
I'm actually not much of an expert on dragons. There's only one that I'm acquainted with. It's more the spirit of a dragon.
What do you wish to know?
I I remember reading something about how like the lair itself like changes the environment around it.
Do you think that is the same for hell?
I honestly don't know.
All right. Well, if we were going to find a dragon horde, my imagination suggests that it would be quite obvious, but don't know. Where do we start looking?
It's a black dragon, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Maybe an acid pit.
Bit of acid.
Here's what I'll do. Well, can anybody
Not me
here...
desperately trying to find the box text for his horde.
There's no particularly tall trees here, are there?
There aren't. I would say they're the sort of knobby cypress mangrove kind of trees that are, generally speaking, somewhere between waist height for you. And I would say the tallest trees around here are perhaps 12 feet tall.
12 feet? I mean, it's not nothing.
No, it's not nothing.
Is anybody capable of... looks up? Scouting from on high?
I could.
It's possible, yes.
Well, I can't necessarily fly, but I can stand through the trees.
Clyde, I could make you levitate and then push you into the air.
Like everything's much easier.
Okay.
Sure that I can actually do that and I'm not blown out smoke.
Kitten.
I know we've had a long rest since then.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yes.
I
But what
would-
spells did he prepare?
I was just making sure that I had enough charges on my power staff. All right. Would you like a boost?
Please. I greatly appreciate it, Quincy.
Perfect. We'll cast the levitation spell. Only uses 2 of my charges. Very easy.
Okay.
You are now weightless.
I just have to show you all this.
Oh my gosh.
That's
He's
a-
getting on top of it, not inside of it.
Yeah, this is like one of those felt cat cave things, and
Mhm.
he insists on sleeping on top of it and not inside it.
It's like
Yeah.
maybe.
I fix it so that it pops up, and no, he wants to sleep on top of it. Like, yeah, exactly like Snoopy. Okay, so you cast Levitate on Clyde, and just sort of like good game butt pat him into the sky.
Mhm.
Okay.
Quack.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just like a volleyball.
See, I was gonna go with cheerleader, but volleyball is funnier. Yeah. So you get punted into the sky. And make me a perception check, please.
Okay. By chance, weird question. I don't know how the hell I would do this stealthily, but since I'm technically I'm partially alone, I would rather not be caught off guard if something were to spot me. So is there by chance I could try to do it stealthily to scout around?
You're
I'll let you roll stealth with disadvantage because you're literally like a fucking flying cat dog. But sure.
Yeah, maybe it's they're like hallucinating from all the plants.
But yes, you can roll stealth with disadvantage.
Wait. That's
Have to secure all my
doesn't matter
jangly
anyway.
bits.
Both are 21.
oh
Yeah, you feel reasonably hidden.
Cool.
As you can be. So what you see is a thrust of black rock juts from the murky and ever-changing bog. And you see with a 20 what looks to be a depression beneath this jut of black rock that perhaps may be a cave opening. There is a heavy fog that surrounds this area that is unlike the sort of swirling, humid thickness of the rest of the bog. It appears to be of a more acrid color, and where like little drips of precipitation plop out of this fog, it sizzles on the ground. Yeah. So you have the idea of where the opening is for this layer. Is there anything else you are looking for as you are flying cat dog?
How are you going to get him down?
Whenever we dispel the technique, what happens is he just gently floats down from the sky.
Oh, all right.
It's not like bad dog snaps, face plants the ground.
Yeah,
I mean,
it is
you can slow your fall anyway.
Yes, if I were to, let's see, I can display it. Yeah, there's some explicit language in this spell that when it ends, the target floats gently to the ground.
Give us the question. I would like to make sure to double check and make sure there's no creatures nearby or who I would assume are hostile.
You didn't notice anything with your perception check. You could make an additional survival check to see if you notice like the signs of any beasts, like tracks or offal or anything like that.
Let's do that.
You can see leading in and out of this cave deep furrows in the rock and the murky soil that appear to have come from dragon claws. Some of them are quite large. Some of them are not quite so large. And for a second, you feel like you see an even smaller set. But you don't see any creatures. You see some bones that have been discarded outside of the cave, but nothing besides these scratches that are almost definitively from dragon claws.
All right, then I will definitely head my way back. As you guys could assume, Clyde or see Clyde floating back over. I think I found the cave entrance. Fog seems a little hot and a different color. It's clearly a dragon cave, since I saw claws nearby of different sizes. But seems like we found our destination.
How far away is it?
It's maybe like if you were taking a careful path through the swamp and like careful to avoid any dangers, maybe half an hour at most.
Pretty close.
Very close, yeah. If you were just to like fucking storm it, it would be maybe 10 minutes. Like if you just booked it without any care for your own safety.
You had to catch me first.
Well, we took this long to get here. We could take a few extra minutes.
I suppose we are not in a rush.
Technically.
Well, technically.
I mean, you killed the thing that lives there, presumably.
Why did God say presumably?
All right. Well, Clyde, would you like to take point?
Very well. I will take points and lead you guys over.
Okay. Cool. I would like for someone to make me a. Yeah, make me another D100.
All right, here you go.
Yeah, whatever happens, Quentin's fault.
38.
Nothing happens. Nothing seems to happen.
I don't like those
Wait.
words.
How did it change from nothing happens to nothing seems to happen so quickly?
I mean, presumably things are happening that you just aren't privy to, but nothing happens to you.
Somebody's fucking in the woods. We just can't see them.
Yeah, you just hear.
Oh, no.
Your mic's not even picking it up.
Yeah.
Oh no, that's not
Okay,
picking that up
come
either. I don't think I wanted to.
No, it's gonna escalate. It's gonna escalate.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So, as you make your way carefully through this swamp, you can actually see an area that the deeper channels that you've been using actually cuts in to the cave. Presumably, this is so that the Styx dragon, classic, would be able to swim to see Elfric very easily because Styx dragons are aquatic primarily. And you can easily avoid that. There are some but easily avoided rotten logs, some pits. There aren't any geysers in this part, but you pick your way carefully along. Schlep, just roll me a D100 just for you.
Okay. 74.
Okay. Yeah. You feel yourself keeping half an eye, even without intending, for the mirror-like shine of the dreaming pool. But you do not see any in this part of the swamp. And you continue forward. On the ledge of stone before you, you see... It's too far. Damp moss clings to every bit of this outcropping, deep in the crevices, hanging off in slick, wet bundles. And you can gingerly approach the opening of the cave. The cavern is half covered by a large pit of brackish water, the area that the Styx dragon would presumably enter through. And there's a large ledge of crumbling stone that overhangs it.
Just
What
as
would you
we
like to do?
enter, I'll flare one of the sigils on my forearm and cast Detect Magic.
Okay. What's the distance on that? It's 60 feet?
Only
Or
30.
30. Only 30.
But it... let me... Oh, I can ritual cast this, apparently.
Yeah, you can ritual cast Detect Magic.
I also think it lasts 10 minutes.
It does.
Oh, yeah. Concentration up to 10 minutes. Yeah, so as we're entering the cave, these purple... Just one sigil on each arm lights up, each of them purple, for the divination school.
So,
Okay.
you want us to sit and wait for you for 10 minutes for you to cast a spell real quick?
Yeah, if you don't mind, in preparation, just so we're not caught off guard by runes or magic, I'd like to cast a divination spell to detect any threats.
Sure, I just got a question for you all. Do you think Classic pegged Ilfric?
Do I what?
I'm just wondering what their relationship seems Classic seems to be the dominant one.
They are both dead. Who cares?
I'm more just
Both dead, who cares?
curious, if anything. What if we walk in there and we see like a dragon-sized strap-on?
Well, then we
Why
can
would you
make some
put that on my
inferences
head?
about what is going through your head.
What?
What goes through your mind?
As you guys are saying that, he
I said I'd keep Bill separate from Sharp Eye, and that's a lie.
well, it's Zach behind both characters. I mean, what are we talking about here?
I know.
Shaba, you have been alive for too long, my friend.
I know.
As he channels that energy into his sigils, in those 10 minutes, he says, "Bear in mind, both of these dragons were in a courtship for Lord knows how long. There is a chance, despite one of them being mutated, they could have progeny. It's best we be careful for their children."
I'll explain the smaller sizes. I was gonna look out until Shopify made that comment. As I'm looking at him like,
I will say I am an expert in late-stage abortions.
And then
I thought you were gonna say pegging.
the 30-foot energy field of detect magic activates.
Okay. You do not detect any magic within 30 feet of you. Other than that which is on your companions.
Yeah, looking for anything in the environment.
Yeah.
And then we'll...
Environmentally, nope.
All right.
The fog that Clyde had noted is hanging very heavy about the cavern entrance and about knee height. So up until you decide to enter the cavern, you are outside of the fog.
Also, dark vision
So-
goggles go on.
Okay. Yeah. Yes. Okay.
So about this fog. Shall I walk in and see what happens?
If you can stealth through the fog confidently.
Okay.
No magic detected. I'll let you know if I detect anything.
Clyde's gonna take his first step into the fog and see what happens.
Okay. Oh. Point of order. You are scouting ahead. Roll a stealth check.
Okay.
Are you intending on waiting or following behind at a quote-unquote safe distance?
Safe distance, I presume.
Question before I roll: would this be with advantage since I'm using the fog to my advantage if I were to crouch down?
Well, the fog is knee height, so you would have to like army crawl through it to use the fog for cover.
Got it. I'll just roll normally then for now.
Yeah.
Just see where it goes.
I mean, if you want to
So-
army crawl,
I should have rolled out with advantage. All right. That didn't. What?
Oh,
so he starts to go in there and just immediately fucking trips over a root that had been obscured and just face plants in the muck. And as you do, I need you to make me a con save.
Okay.
A con save.
Mm-hmm.
12.
I swear to God, this is like caustic gas.
You take 15 acid damage as you inhale the fog.
It's
Ow.
caustic gas.
You just hear him coughing,
Yeah.
echoing down the cavern.
I stand up immediately. I did that on purpose.
Yeah, it sounds like if you've ever heard somebody who does not partake of the weed take like a way too big of a bong rip and
That's
then
me.
just proceeds to cough out their soul for 5 minutes. That's what's happening there.
That's
What?
me.
What in the Frederick Gunther?
I cast message down the tunnel at him. You're supposed to be quiet.
Shut up. Did that on purpose. I'm showing you something you're not supposed to do, Schlep.
He's leading by negative example. Okay.
After
So
getting my posture, I will try again.
okay. Roll stealth again with disadvantage
Okay.
because you did just, cough a whole bunch.
It's more so just trying to keep it inside now.
Is it too late to give him invisibility?
Not that much better.
Ikwensu?
Yes.
It's clear that I don't smoke.
Yeah,
Change,
everybody can
guys.
see him. Everybody can see him. His fifis were hurt. His confidence is shook. He's trying to prove himself as a vital member of this team, and he's just made a complete and utter ass of himself in front of all of you.
You don't have to dig the wound deeper. Jesus.
That's my job, y'all.
This is just the story.
This is a story that you all are telling with my help.
All right, all right.
He's messing with you. Oh, thank God. He didn't see that shit.
Ah,
Welcome, Raheem.
All right, what's going on?
well,
Please
Gotcha.
catch up our darling.
we
We're
have
at
made it to the entrance of the Horde of the Black Dragon, and Clyde is questionably competent.
Okay,
That's
all
better.
right.
Thank
Yeah,
you,
so-
Quincy.
Surely Clyde is, I'm not the stealth type, but surely Clyde, I imagine, is, and surely he shouldn't have any issue getting in there, right?
he rolled
Yes,
that
thank
one.
you.
We're
Hmm.
not
I did
so-
not.
Even I can see that, and I'm blind.
Yeah, he rolled a nat 1, face planted in some caustic fog, and then took 15 acid damage.
That's what that 15 is, huh?
Yeah. Yep.
And then he
Um,
rolled a 13 afterwards.
For stealth, yes, because he's like, I'm gonna try and recover my dignity,
He like
and everybody watched that fail.
after he fails the second time, Sklep looks over at Sharp Eye and Ikwensu and goes, "Perhaps we should give him some distance."
No, enough. Enough.
No,
We're gonna-
Do I hear that? Do you just say that?
he whispers. He doesn't say it out loud.
Roll
Damn
a
it.
stealth check to see if
Yeah, I wanna-
if Clyde hears you. Just because Clyde's perception is so high.
Where is it? Stealth.
Raheem, we are at the cavern entrance to Ilfric's lair, presumably,
Okay.
This is
And-
as he is a black dragon.
19.
I heard that.
Yeah, you did. You did. Your confidence, Clyde, is shooketh.
Fucker. I'm gonna show this robot I can do better.
Okay, so, other members of the party, how much distance are you giving Klutzy Clyde?
20 feet.
I don't want to be like that guy, but at this point, do they if anyone is here, they already know we're here?
Yeah.
Exactly. So
Anschlep had pointed out the possibility of dragon spawn. Since these were dragons of opposite genders that were in a presumably romantic relationship for a number of years.
Do we have to kill some dragon kids?
Unclear.
I guess.
You're like, how do I feel about killing dragon babies?
Yeah.
As a follower of Bahamut. I mean, I guess as a follower of Bahamut, as long as they're chromatic, you don't care.
Actually, it's probably
True.
a good thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, actually, no, yeah, I don't feel bad about it anymore.
Okay. So
Raheem
you all are
abort-
following behind about 20 feet. Oh, sorry, Sharp Eye, go ahead.
no, I was just writing down notes and voicing them. Raheem aborts chromatic dragon babies.
As long as there's the chromatic part in front of that, that's the key thing. I'm just not
Hmm.
killing any dragon babies,
What are
Just like-
Raheem's thoughts on gym dragons?
Dang, that's a toss up. That is a hard one.
Mm. Hmm.
Case by case basis.
Yeah.
Yeah,
fair.
that one's a case by case basis.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, Scup is probably going to hang back closer to 40, 50 feet back.
Okay. So let me, Clyde, are you entering? You are about to enter the cavern proper. Do you enter?
Yes.
Okay. And then so that I can put you in at the appropriate spacing. I know Schlepp is staying 40 or 50 feet behind. How far is everyone else staying back?
You know,
Sharpa, you said 20?
oh, no, fuck it. I give up the stealth. I'm with Clyde.
Okay.
Oh. I am with Raheem, wherever he is.
I feel like you want to stay like equal to like halfway in between, between how far Slep went back and where those guys are.
No, you'll just be walking shoulder to shoulder. It'll be fine.
I'm talking about you, like that. That's what I'm thinking. It's just like a midway, like maybe 25 feet, behind.
Yeah, that sounds
Sharp
fair.
Eye. Yeah.
For sure.
I like to imagine Clyde's like down, crouched, being all stealthy, and then you just hear spurs jingling as Sharp Eye just walks up, gun out, not giving a fuck.
Like, ting, ting. Yep. So, just for ease, I have put you all inside the cavern. I didn't put on. It is dark in there. I was too lazy to put in dynamic lighting, though. So, use your imaginations, darling. Every bit of the interior of this cabin is slick with lichen. The ground is slick with it. There is a deep tunnel of water that is flowing along the left side of the cavern until it gets about 60 feet in. And then it dips below, and presumably there's a pocket someplace that allows for re-emergence deeper into the cavern. It is not depicted on this map because I picked out a green dragon layer because acid. But there is along the left side of the cavern a deep flow of water about 60 feet in. So I will mark where that ends.
All right. So there are a lot of ways that we can do this. We can just walk in and walk through and see what happens. Or I can do something along the lines of, I don't know, summon a familiar, like a summon, and then use that to explore the cavern instead. And then, well, if there's any places that we might be able to burrow through, I have a spell that allows us to create little passages, or that we can teleport from place to place so that we can go straight from the entrance to where the horde is and then leave. So whichever what you all want to do.
That was a lot of options.
I mean, it's how many resources would it take to teleport us all directly to the horde? Because I gotta be honest, Equensu, you're ace in the hole. Like most facts.
I don't know about that. I'm not the one doing all the damage, am I, Raheem?
But like if we needed, I wouldn't have had that opportunity without the force bubble. You're definitely someone who can come in clutch to give us the opportunity to at least fight back.
You are all too kind. Hold on. Well, oh yes. I will post the details to a certain spell that I have prepared, if anyone wants to.
Pass wall.
See on a wooden, plaster, or stone surface. Within range and lasting the duration.
So we can make a shortcut if necessary.
Jesus Christ! You can... I cast hallway.
Pretty much.
Yes, but it is presuming that there is a thing, the wall that you are trying to go through is only 20 feet wide.
Correct.
Yes.
That's why we would need to scout the place first, using either a familiar or perhaps Asclepius's magic floating eye thing or something, so that we would know where to place the hallway correctly.
Well, as long as you're within 120 feet of me, I can mentally talk to everybody here, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, that's the only way I really communicate. But like, I can scout because I'm pretty fast. Probably not as fast as Clyde.
Did you want us to go together then?
It depends. What kind of thing can you summon, Aquensu? The what's it called?
Amelia?
I was thinking of summoning Ududo, my spider. It's
The
good
little
for.
Spider-Man.
It's very good for. It does not move very quickly, but it's very good for navigating small or tight spaces. And I can see
long
from
as
their
he doesn't-
eyes.
Get eaten by anything in this cave.
That is true. But that's hoping that they are tiny so that it would be easy for them to travel.
Yes, because caves are not full of things that eat bugs.
Oh, that's true.
Arachnids.
You can't hear me. You can't hear me, wasp boy.
God damn it.
Waspinator.
Waspinator terrorize.
Look, I have dated an arachnid.
Like actual spider, or was it like more?
Or just like a
Woman
moth
have-
follower.
Yeah.
No,
Like-
imagine like someone like me. It's just they have like 8 legs instead of 4.
Yeah. So spider.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Her name was Lilith. Not great. She
Wait.
wasn't a really.
The Lilith? Or a Lilith?
I'm not hoping a Lilith. Look, when you're an immortal, the dating pool gets really, really small.
Yeah, considering that was your dad's ex-girlfriend.
She didn't date my dad. If anything, she told my dad to fuck off.
Who are you speaking to?
Really?
What you got?
Yeah. What that's
God. Anyway, I appreciate that she told my dad to fuck off. Did more than I can do.
Are you like taking 10 minutes to summon a familiar? Is that what's happening at Quinsu?
I can do that if that is the plan.
I say let's do that. That seems to.
That's the lowest
Alright.
cost, safest thing.
Yeah, that's the safest thing.
Alright, so I will summon my little Ududo.
Especially since Clyde seems to be busy scratching himself.
I rolled a nat
Like-
1 and sipping my drink, so I spilled. Give me a second.
Oh.
Oh jeez.
Oh, cool. I'm gonna get another beer.
Oh jeez. Oh
Y'all are
jeez.
getting
Oh jeez.
three beer post-vacation gym tonight.
Yeah, I was drinking Bloody Mary now. Trying to make sure no tomato juice stains shit.
Bloody Mary. What kind of hot
Ooh.
sauce did you put in there?
I don't know, I just grabbed the Bloody Mary mix and poured vodka in it. I was lazy.
That doesn't sound like a good Bloody Mary.
I mean, I made it a little strong.
It'll do the job.
Alright. My spider will begin his. I'll take a seat. Rahim, do you mind protecting my body while I use my.
Does your spider got a name?
Yeah, I got you.
His name is Odudo.
Odudo?
Oh, doodle.
Aldudo? Odudo?
Okay, looks like it threw up like all over my shorts. It looks nasty.
Ududo.
Oh, it looks like you vomited on yourself.
Yeah, when is he?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh no!
Gross.
That's bad.
Yeah.
That's nasty.
Julian, I gotta ask, is this like a mythology you're getting all these names from or something? Or a book?
Yes.
Yes?
Yeah.
What book?
Oh, I don't remember
It's
if
not
everybody
full of-
else knew about this or if it was just me.
No, I think it was just Jen.
Probably you. Yeah.
Yeah. All of this is Nigerian cosmology.
Nigerian cosmology.
Yeah. I understood the concept of what you're doing, but I've never read it before or anything like that.
Yeah. It's not a particular book, but
Okay.
after.
It's like this is a complex world unit. Neat.
Ududo.
Ududo.
Yes. So if you're curious about the origins, Udo Okwanka. But anyway, I'll have the little spider make his way into the cabin.
As it passes Sharp Eye, he clicks several times. Basically, speaks in
Bug?
bug
Arachnid?
arachnid, saying be unseen and be safe.
That is what I am here for.
Holy shit! Holy shit! You understood me?
Oh, you're speaking a very common dialect.
You know, I've never tried it out of the dead south, so.
Oh,
Anyway, good luck.
I'm not technically a real spider, so.
Wait, what's going on?
So Ududo is gonna scout ahead for us, since this seems to be the least amount to cost to us.
Yep. All I have to do is to wait until we find a nice place that we could make a hole, and then I can just create a nice shortcut. We could call it a day.
That's good.
And so I'm just slowly creeping Dudo forward 20 feet at a time
Okay.
through the cavern.
Make a perception check for him.
Okay, I'm just using my own perception because I'm seeing from my eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Okay, great. As he's is he going along the floor, the walls, both?
Right now on the floor.
Okay. He finds the normal things that both he and you expect to find in a cave. There's some bat shit. There are other bugs. Lichen, moss, the pervasive swirl of this green and acrid mist is still there. At his size, Adudo is actually underneath the mist. It goes from about like there's like a gap of 3 or 4 inches at the floor, and then it hovers generally around knee height, knee to mid thigh. So he's traveling along. He finds some rather large bones that have been gnawed and discarded. He finds a nearly complete set of armor. Plate armor, just sitting in a corner. Helmet down, like visor down on the helmet. In this corner, nope, hold on. I put a dot there. I meant to ping. In this corner over here, there's a nearly complete set of plate armor. In fact, the only piece of the plate that is missing is one of the shin guards has been ripped off and is laying approximately 10 feet from the rest of the body. And there's jagged bits of tibia sticking out of either end.
How fresh are we talking here? Is this pretty old or?
There's no flesh left on it. It is skeletonized.
Right.
But how much of that you could have a doodle get close enough, and then you could observe more closely, because you have seen things decay very rapidly in the swamp.
Yeah.
So based on that experience, you know it's not exactly a 1-to-1 for how long it takes things to get skeletonized here.
Yeah, that's fine. We'll probably just continue forward. I will tell them though. It seems as though there are some dismembered bodies not too far from here. I suppose should not be too surprising for a dragon's layout, but
Would you? Just throwing the question out: is it wise for us to stay put here, or should we move up at certain periods once you've scouted enough space?
it seems as though we can continue a bit. For as long as I can stay within 100 feet of Ududo, I will be able to communicate with them telepathically, whether I can see through their eyes or not.
Very
All right.
So I'll try to stay.
Sharp Eye's gonna like guide Quincy's body, I guess, just like grab him by the arm and have him go
Okay.
with him.
So you all continue moving forward. You continue watching through Adudo's eyes. As you get further into this bend, just past the partially dismembered skeleton of a warrior, Adudo notices something odd in the detritus on the cavern floor. Batshit, cockroaches, bones, and smooth bits of what might be like ceramic, curved ceramic, part of a bowl maybe, or a vase. White, curved, jagged on the edges, and the detritus on the floor.
Can you define detritus for me?
Detritus is like the garbage and or leaf litter.
It seems as though there are some amount of waste that would suggest something other than dragons, perhaps pots, pieces of perhaps a jar. Strange. It's almost as though there's something other than dragons in here, or they are very sophisticated dragons.
Is there anything interesting about the pottery?
Yeah. Way too much knowledge.
It is about here. So, does Adudo go to investigate?
Probably not. I don't know that
Okay.
I would be too interested in the actual pots themselves. Maybe
Okay.
once we get there, we can save their curiosity.
Oh.
Just change the background color. Come down.
Oh.
Mm-mm.
Oh, that. Never mind.
Mm.
I see what you see now.
Oh no.
Huh?
The corner.
Yeah.
This tiny spider stops and sees if the fucking dragon has noticed him,
Let's see.
and then probably sees if the dragon cares.
Oh dear.
Does in fact he-
Sure, the dragons wouldn't care about a little spider, right?
Surely
Not.
they would not care about the
Wait.
tiny.
So this is a dark place. I'm doing this for just to see if I see it. Just I don't know how far that is. I don't see it.
Did you roll stealth for Adudo?
No, the spider's just trucking along.
He does
What?
in fact see the spider, but does not appear to care because it's a spider.
Dope. And I'll go, oh shit, guys, there are actually dragons ahead. It seems as though it has noticed my spider, but it does not seem to care because it is a spider. But if we
Nice.
move too much further ahead, it will likely care that Sharp Eyes is a Sharp Eyes and Clyde is a Clyde.
Oh,
Do you
thank
know
God. I
what?
thought there was nothing to kill in here.
Do you know what type of dragon it is? I can take it over, just in case.
I don't know based off, but I imagine it is the same type as the acid dragon.
It looked black.
Are Sharp Eye and
it looks
Clyde aware?
Or did it look black? Oh,
Yeah.
that's good enough for me.
Good enough for me.
Are Sharp Eye and Clyde aware?
If Quincy told us yes, but that's why I have this bubble here because I'm assuming our range is 60 feet, so we don't see it.
Nobody has disconnected. Quincy hasn't disconnected from the chat, so yeah. That's
So
that's
this
what
is
I'm
all
calling like.
this is all psychic. Okay. Or telepathic.
That's what I'm calling like Sharp Eye's whole telepathic thing, the chat.
What the fuck?
Well, I'm
was
just-
that? Oh,
Yeah, that's not how it works actually, but it is how it works canonically for us.
In
Yeah,
the
nice.
in the chat, I'm like, you hear Sklep's voice echo. There's no way that dragons in hell can tap into our chat, right?
that was now it is jinxed. It's
That
definitely
one's jinxed.
I thought they
You
had to
know-
be like a high-ranking, like devil
Yeah,
lord in
roll-
order to do that.
Roll Arcana to see if dragons have telepathy.
Guidance.
Or survival, I guess.
I'll go with survival.
D4.
Oh, that's a natural 20.
Oh
Please.
shit!
And a dragon
Yeah,
showed up.
Yeah, you're pretty sure that whatever, presumably Dudo and thus Aquinsu have relayed that this is only a large creature, and thus is probably a young dragon. And you collectively, with your knowledge, realize that the only sort of dragons that would have telepathy would likely be jeweled dragons, like amethyst dragons have telepathy. And in fact, topaz dragons also have telepathy. But unless the dragon of chromatic nature was an ancient dragon, and had amassed enough skills, they can't read minds. And because you rolled a natural 20, you know that a dragon of this size and age, not only like can't read minds, but also doesn't even have like things that other like true sight, stuff like this. At this age, the black dragon is barely more than a beast.
Wow. Cool.
So,
Alright.
who wants to put down a dynasty?
Adudo also notices a small hatchery from the angle that he's at.
Still
There
but
are
tiny
some, there are some wormlings that have hatched in this area, and also some unhatched eggs. And it is in seeing the whole eggs that you realize these pots, the shards of pottery, were actually broken eggs,
Eggshells.
eggshells. Mhm.
Eggshells. I see.
That makes sense.
Just want to tell from the perspective of a spider.
Yes.
All right. This is turning right, so I will see actually if I will keep track of this right wall, because I would like to still make my way through to be able to make a drop. I do not go too much further.
Hey, Todd.
Roll.
He just does this and crouches down. Go
How low do you crouch?
low enough to go stealth.
How tall are you?
6 foot. So I go down to 4 feet. Because
Okay.
people don't. When people crouch down, they don't go down like halfway they do. That's not how bodies work.
Because we're still in the
Right.
fog.
Is there an
That's what he
acid
said.
burn?
Yeah, I was asking about the fog.
Is there
Yes.
an acid burn on his asshole?
Right. Yeah. Roll a con save as you crouch.
Considering I breathe throughout my joints, I've been
Oh.
probably breathing this stuff this entire time.
Oh.
Gross.
Yeah, bugs are gross.
I like bugs, but now I
Meat
don't.
bags are
Still
less
roll me
gross.
this con save, sir.
Roll me this con save, sir.
14.
Say stuff I say in game and also in bed. Roll me this con save, sir.
Oh no!
How long will you
Is the
last?
DC high? I hope not.
Yeah, I'm sure he's
DC
fine.
is high. Um,
DC of 30, I'm impossible for you to do back.
Oh god!
No, she wouldn't make it 30. She'd make it 28.
yeah, exactly. I'd make it doable. Yeah. Okay. You fail and take another 15 acid damage.
Ow.
There's the neutral evil in that name again.
I was about to crouch with him, but there's only so far I go down when I realize like I can smell the acid. I'm like, I'm not going that far. Then I see Sharp Eye go lower. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing, Sharp Eye?
Sharp Eye drops it low. You're like, no, don't clap those bug cheeks so low. Okay.
Boots with the spurs.
Let's just let's just move on.
Let's go. That's too much of a visual.
Clyde, please take an inspiration for that.
Sweet.
Okay. So, Equinsu, you are looking through Adudo for a piece of the wall that you think could be passable with your spell, correct?
Yeah, I would sort of be hugging this side of the wall, and we don't have to do this one section at a time unless there's something that's important. But as he sort of makes his way back, trying to feel out, interpret where would be a good place to make a nice hallway.
Let's see. Trying to think of something besides survival to use. You can do survival or just a flat intelligence check.
All right. Well, I'm just gonna take my chances with flat int.
Because that was like math could help, but
yeah,
there we go.
There's a certain point where my ability to communicate with the spider or through the spider changes. And so once I'm at 100 feet, then I start triangulating shit and doing math or whatever.
Yeah. So the most likely place you see would be from here to here. This seems to be the most likely place to put the front passage, and it would get you over onto this side. And through here, past the hatchery, so there seems to be a young dragon and then wormlings, unhatched eggs. You can see again where the underwater passage comes back up, and there are some pools around. And you have not yet seen a horde. So you presume that it is further down.
Okay.
So this appears to be the most likely place.
And that would be a little bit too far up. So it will likely
unless
continue.
you're gonna have Udo continue down.
Yeah.
Udo. Okay.
And now I probably feel that I'm in range of that 100 feet, so I know that I'm coming back this way. That's kind of far, and I want to avoid those Drago boys if I can help it.
Yeah. So when you come down here, you see that there's also a likely place, presuming that Spider Boy comes all the way down here. There seems to be a likely connection here behind where that heavily armored body was.
Okay.
You could do a passageway between these two spaces.
Oh, neat. Okay. All right. I think I have found a way a little bit further up that will allow us a bit of a
shortcut.
A shortcut, correct. We would have to go up, and it might involve getting involved with that dreadful acid. Does anyone have a way that we could perhaps clear that fog, at least blow it back a little bit, perhaps? What do you have to deal with it?
Clear the fog.
I don't.
Nah,
I could
got nothing that can help.
fabricate an item like a fan or something if that's what you need. But I mean, how much wind power are you talking?
We just need to be able to get around the corner and under the fog. That's all. Either that, or we can just take our chances with inhaling it.
Well, I am resistant against acid damage.
If you stick close to me, you should be able to hold out for a bit. Maybe.
All right. I like that idea.
You should be able to make your way through the passage without crouching low enough to get into the fog. Because the fog is hovering at about 3, like, ankle height to, like, mid-thigh. And you can make the passage up to 8 feet tall.
Those of us who don't breathe through our joints.
Right. Those of you who do not have air permeable skin.
Love it.
Yeah. So Frog Boy would be in trouble.
Nice.
Oh boy.
Wilster.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh, little stir.
If we can get up there, then I can cast. I can cast it. Yes.
Okay.
For as long as we
I will allow you all to situate yourselves in this little cove over here. And as you do that, I'm gonna declare a bio break because I have to pee.
Also,
Okay.
I believe you can. Doesn't need necessarily matter, but you can cast through your familiar, so you can start the spell from the other side of the.
Yeah.
Hold
I
on.
think it's with a range of touch only.
I thought like in order to cast through familiar, you need a certain
Ability, right?
subclass or like.
No, I think it's like as long as it's a touch spell, you can do it.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Oh, my beard's gone. Good thing I got a second one. Ah. So, Ethan, you like stouts?
I like dragon's milk. Not all stouts. Like Genghis is a little too much for me, but I do like dragon's milk.
All right.
I actually prefer the vanilla dragon's milk stout. It's a little sweeter.
I mean, I have the bourbon barrel aged one. I don't know.
I've made beer bread out of milk, dragon's milk before.
Beer
Mm.
bread. Beer
Mhm.
bread.
It's delicious.
Sounds good.
Beer bread's really easy to make. I don't know if you've ever made beer bread before.
Oh.
I've not.
It's really just
Um,
like flour, beer, salt, and butter.
Pretty simple.
Yeah.
I could tell you that bread is kind of simple.
Well, yeah, but if you use beer to make it, you don't have to do yeast or anything like that because beer is already like
It's got the yeast.
carbonated. Yeah, and it has yeast in it. Yeah, it's great. If you want to impress people but do it easily, I bring beer bread when I go to potlucks.
That
Yeah. I got to
I'm
learn that rum cake my dad makes.
I'm an overachiever, so I try for sourdough every time.
Excellent. I probably missed it when you stated this. Is the spider like on a different elevation to compared to where we are? Through the other wall?
I didn't say, because Quincy didn't ask.
Yeah, that's kind of important.
I think what we established was it was underneath the caustic fog.
Yeah, the
Mm,
spider. So there's a gap of a few feet or a few inches at the bottom, sort of like in the way they tell you in a fire. Like you can get beneath the smoke.
fog. Yeah,
You can
that's
get beneath the smoke. Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't
So
wait for me,
that's-
by the way. I'm just like walking around.
We're also waiting for Julian. But that is a thing that you could bring up to Aquensu when he returns, as to like determine if the passage is going to come at an angle or not.
Mhm.
Um,
I hope some of us can climb if the spider is like, I don't know, 20 feet, 30 higher than.
My favorite things to put in Bloody Marys: pickled okra and pearl onions.
I have to try that.
Pearl onions?
Pearl onion.
What are pearl onions?
Pearl onions are like little tiny pickled onions.
Mhm.
So I do a skewer that's got pearl onions and pickled okra on it, and then I do an Old Bay rim.
Once we get to this sunspot, Clyde's gonna turn to Quincy who says, "Do you know by chance the elevation of the spider might be? Because I think we might have to either climb, slide down, just in case."
I see. And can I use my telepathic connection with this spider to tell proprioceptively where it is in space, relative to myself?
Mm, yeah, sure.
Would I be able
I'm
to
not
tell
doing
if it,
geometry here.
if it is more or less in front of me, above me, below me?
There's probably like a 10-foot difference in elevation. So angled up 10 feet. But so not a steep angle.
It's not too much of an angle, but we will be going uphill a little.
Okay, just want to make sure. Actually, I would like to bring up I won't say worry, but a potential problem. Do you think the fog will travel down here? Like perhaps it'll raise a little higher?
Depends on if the fog is heavy or if it is light.
Hmm.
It might float up because, heat rises, or if it is a particularly dense fog, then it might go down. Unclear.
Roll meteorology.
It depends if it's an evection fog or radiation upslope fog or.
Pilot shit.
By the way, this is all fog that I, as a pilot, have to know what kind of fucking fog.
Pilot shit.
Can I
Yes,
just,
but God is an English major, and so I just make shit up.
Steph
just-
rolls
I just-
a nature check of 20 on the fog to see if it floats or descends.
I just want to make sure so I can prepare myself just in case the fog just comes down like a wave, and I don't know, like we have to prepare ourselves to hold our breath or something.
Okay, Schlepp, because you rolled to see if it's heavy or light fog, you have to roll a d6 for me. If it is 4, 5, or 6, it's heavy fog. If it's 3, 2, or 1, it is light fog.
So what this is telling me is that you asking this question caused this.
It's heavy fog.
This
Oh no.
I would like to
I did not
introduce-
consider the relative density of this fog.
I'd like to introduce a role called the burdened with unknowable knowledge role, which is what this is.
Yes.
When you ask
Yep.
a question and the DM doesn't know this answer, you make this role.
Yeah, exactly.
That's fair.
If you have asked a thing that I haven't considered that could make things complicated for you, now you're complicit in your own abuse.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
I'm the one who brought up the question. I didn't roll for shit.
Julian, you're muted.
Sorry. So with the spider looking around on the other side, does it seem like there's a particularly dense, wafting fog awaiting?
So the spider looks up, looks around. I mean, it's not more foggy on this side, but it is equally foggy.
All right. So there are
in
chances
the
that
in the areas where there's like green on the map and the water like rolls up, the fog is heavier. But none of those are super close to where you are.
All right. Well, I will go ahead and use glass wall here.
Nick.
Oh, you can hear me yelling at Nick, I bet.
I
Yeah,
heard Nick.
everybody has gotten snacks now.
I don't
The
know.
munchies from the alcohol.
I got hungry.
What is your mysterious green thing that you're eating, Julian?
It's guac.
It's guac. Okay.
Guac.
I got salsa.
I have Hershey's Kisses.
Yeah.
I have caps.
Caps.
I did finish my watermelon flavored licorice sticks from the oldest candy shop in America today.
Was that in Boston? Oldest candy shop in America?
It was in Salem.
I have a reason to go to Boston now.
Yeah.
Or
was
Salem,
great.
I guess.
It's only like a 30-minute train ride from Boston, and Boston is awesome. Okay, cool. Equinsu, roll me a D100 to see what comes down this hole. Clyde, get your ass back on the correct side.
Damn it.
D100, come out of the hole.
Maybe treasure will come out of the hole.
52.
I hope it's treasure.
Okay, it's not treasure.
Damn it.
It's not treasure. It's a waft of this thick fog
Oh,
That-
not that fog.
comes down. I would like everybody to make me a con save.
Oh no.
I
The
wrote
DC
down.
is lower because you aren't like face planting in it.
Do
18 passes. 20.
Everyone who is
Mhm.
next to me,
Uh-huh.
except actually technically Clyde.
Really?
Um,
I'm not far? I'm not
Yeah,
far.
10 feet. 10 feet. You gotta be 10 feet.
Okay.
So,
It's coming.
It's a +4.
yeah, it's +4
Okay.
from me. Yeah.
Well, everybody passes. Barely.
Right. Close. All right, let us all
Yep.
continue through the hole to the other
Like,
side.
that passes doesn't mean you take no damage.
Oh.
Oh my god, I rolled another 15. You'll take half of that
Darn.
if you passed.
7.
So 7.
Ugh.
And Schlep, you will take 3. Because you're already resistant to acid.
Passwall is not a concentration spell for the record. It's just
Okay,
that
cool.
way now.
It just exists.
All right.
Is Passwall concentration?
It's actually one of my only transmutation spells.
Okay.
All right. Well, I
Yeah,
don't
interesting.
need that stat block anymore.
Julian, you're like the only person I've seen use spells that nobody else uses.
Yeah.
I love it,
Wizarding up.
honestly.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't know if I could tell you how excited I am that I have a wizard in the party who's not just like,
Fireball.
oh, I was gonna say silvery barbs all the fucking time. Fireball, whatever you want.
The
No.
Silver Barb's gonna be nerfed after their campaign.
Wow, that
That's
was-
hilarious.
I'm still bitter. Okay. So in this side, you see very similar. The acid pools and the acid fog is denser around the water. And if you were to get closer to these green pools, you can see that it is a mixture of the natural changes that happen around a dragon's lair and also the water of the river Styx that is flowing into here. And you gather it would be a very bad time if you were to fall into it. A very bad time.
River Styx plus Dragon's Lair equals bad time.
Yeah. So as you move into this area, you see over here. I closed the thing I need. Stop it.
It's Greg. I'm trying to play with the other kitties.
Greg's in the blinds.
Mm.
No, he's being a dumb kitten.
Yeah. Well, the good news is that I get to get him neutered soon. So. There it is. You look to the south before this very large pool of water down here. And you see on a ledge of stone before you a massive treasure pile. Neat stacks of coins. And you see a figure amongst the treasure,
Oh.
stacking the coins, counting them, clanking them together. It's a slight humanoid figure. Appears to be elven in nature, thin, indeterminate middle age, rather androgynous looking, hair braided back from the brow about shoulder length. They have an abacus in one hand, and they are walking through the treasure hoard counting coins and whispering the number of coins they've counted. $659,000.
Where's this person?
673.
Do they have a token?
They do not.
Oh.
No,
I can put one down if that is helpful.
that would be helpful. If you could.
Yes. Da-da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da.
I'm loving it.
Sorry. Let's see if there's a token for that. Oh, okay, cool. I'm just going to put a commoner token down. Because this module sucks. Okay. I mean, I hope you all don't think this module sucks.
No.
If I were organizing it, it would be slightly different. Yeah, so it's just a slight elven figure, androgynous, hair braided back, indeterminate middle age, which for an elf is a couple hundred years old. They have an abacus in one hand, and they're whispering the count of coins. 659,000. 981. 982. 3.
How close do you think we can get without them noticing?
Only one way to find out.
984.
Are you gonna sneak up on them?
I want to try.
Okay. If you would like to... Anybody who's approaching stealthily, please roll me a stealth roll.
Can I use an action to use my chameleon carapace to give myself advantage on the stealth roll?
Sure. You watch as
Thank you,
Sharp Eye
God.
turns a sickly fart green to match the cartoon fart color of the fog around him. Yeah, you feel... Sorry, that might have been loud. You feel well hidden. $659,972. They just start continuing to count as you approach.
Sharp Eye gets. How close can he get?
I don't know. How close do you want to get?
I mean, behind him, close enough to where I can put my pistol to behind his head.
Okay, so let's say this is the size of the hoard, and then this area in here is like this is just regular treasure in the outer ring, and the inner ring is where this figure is counting and stacking coins. If there were such a thing as like coin wrappers, coin rolls, that's what he would be doing in this area, like putting all of the coins into like the cardboard wrappers to take to the bank.
Oh no, is he like using intestines to like as coin wrappers?
No, he's just stacking them.
I like to think he
Okay.
is.
Okay, well, if the body horror, if that body horror makes you happier, then yes. I haven't given you any body horror in a while, so it's guts.
Well,
So this
Sharp-
is... What's this hoard again? This red dot?
The outside is like piles of treasure. The inner circle is where he is counting and stacking coins.
Sharp Eye can get to here in one movement.
Okay. The figure doesn't even look up. I'd continue counting.
Jabba, do you think I should try to get behind him?
I'm gonna try to get behind him.
Oh, good luck. I could climb over walls.
I know you can.
Crossballs.
Iquensu can teleport our entire team on someone and we can end them in one fell swoop.
This is correct.
That might be a good idea, but like, let me try something.
I mean, do we know what we're dealing
What do
with?
you
I
want me-
mean,
Where do you want me to be?
Y'all have no idea.
yeah, that's what I like. I don't. I mean, just anyone who's
It's an
casually. Yeah, like, I mean, it could just be a regular account, or it could be some malevolent force. I don't know, just a guy casually in here counting coins. Doesn't that seem a little bit odd?
Close enough. Sharp Eye's gonna get up behind him, stand up, put his pistol on the back of this guy's head, and then pull the hammer back. So that way, the only thing he just suddenly hears like.
Doesn't even stop counting.
Okay, see, that's concerning.
That is concerning.
660,942. And as the figure counts the last coin, stacks it on the abacus, all of the coins fall into a jumble at its feet.
Okay, stop counting.
It's already bent. They've already bent down to start stacking the coins again.
I press my pistol into like his temple now, and I say, "Stop fucking counting." And I'm using a cruelty die
Okay.
to increase my intimidation check.
Okay,
Jen,
yeah.
while he's doing that, I'm approaching and scanning with my detect magic on him.
There are quite a number of magical items among the treasure. And in fact, his entire body seems to glow with magic.
In our telepathic channel, you all hear Sklep say, "He's under some kind of enchantments magic, I believe."
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
16 for an intimidation check.
It would appear...
They look at you, and their hands continue scrabbling and counting. But they are looking at you now.
Gentlemen, it would appear that the dragon has put enchantment magic on an innocent person and is utilizing them as a enslaved accountant.
If you say that to everyone, Clyde's gonna question. So, is there a way to break it out of him? I mean, I don't know how that's possible. The dragon's dead for one, and for number two, he doesn't necessarily seem intimidated by shot by his gun.
Yeah, it seems like he's still determined to count what it hears like.
Quintu, can you make magic go away?
Yes.
Can you take whatever enchantments on this poor motherfucker off?
It depends on how powerful the enchantment is, but I can most certainly try.
Now, we don't know how he's going to react when we release him. We have to be careful not to alert the dragons.
Yeah. Also, I mean, innocent might not be the best word. I mean, he is in hell. So.
A bystander.
I'd be sure to stay hidden behind the pile of coins, and just let me know if you deem him whether being trustful or not.
You know, innocents are matter of perspective.
It was a metaphor.
I know, but like in my world, you could eat the wrong kind of sandwich.
Don't eat up on me.
You have to make sure that it's halal.
Yeah, did that happen to you, or did you ate the wrong sandwich?
No, I murdered my brother.
Well, yeah, no, I'm just saying, like, it seems you've had
But
experience.
also ate a meatball hoagie.
Yeah, like I was just saying, like, it seems like you met someone who ate a wrong sandwich, and it's.
No, I literally I murdered my brother and then introduced the concept of war to my world.
Yeah.
Like I was coming here whether or not
Also, murder, jealousy.
murder, jealousy. There's a third thing there. Hatred, probably.
Deep and abiding regret.
Deep and abiding regret. Either way, maybe we can like get this. I don't know why he's counting. Like,
No.
hey, what's your name?
11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
I don't believe he's gonna tell us until we break the spell.
Yeah.
I can't believe I used a cruelty die on this.
Yes, you're probably more cursed now. Have you tried just messing up his coins and seeing what would happen?
Well, he did. The coins did just like scatter at his feet after he was done counting them, and he just started counting them again.
Yeah,
All
but
right.
that was though the coins are though within range. So what if you were like just took one?
I just grab a handful and pocket it.
The layer around you starts to shake.
All right, put it back, put it back, put it back. Drop it back. Drop it back.
The tremors stop.
All right.
Yeah, like an Indian moment.
They scoop up the coins that you dropped out of your pocket and put it and start counting them.
All right.
That was fucked.
So we should probably hold off on taking any coin for a second.
Yeah, we should probably hold off on doing that, like, because it seems like if we take anything, this place. Does somebody still have Ilfric's wallet?
Oh my god.
He's gonna pull an Indiana Jones.
I believe that you were the one who picked up Elfric's hole,
I'm the one who picked up Ilfric's hole.
which
I
is
don't-
a terrible sentence. This is a terrible sentence to say out loud.
It is Ilfric's hole.
Yep. If you do not
Oh.
have Elfric's hole in your inventory, you do now.
Oh my gosh.
I'm gonna put a portable hole in my inventory, and I'm just gonna call it Ilfric's hole.
Good.
Oh, why does
Pretty sure I'm the one who grabbed it, but I'm just giving it a fair price.
Oh god, it changed its name. Okay, here we go.
Okay. So what do you do? This little elven figure is making eye contact with Sharp Eye, but just continues to count.
Does his eyes have like a like what emotion is he trying to convey, if he's trying to convey anything?
Sharp
Like
Eye.
They have big brown eyes, ringed by oddly light lashes compared to the color of their eyes. So their hair is sort of an ashy blonde, and they have these deep, dark brown eyes, light-colored lashes around them. And as they make deep eye contact with you, they don't appear to be clouded by some kind of enchantment like you've seen if somebody has, for instance, like Crown of Madness cast on them, or something like that, or G's or something.
I have a question. When you're done.
And you see, rather than being fogged by some kind of magic, there's the edge of tears in their eyes. You can roll me an insight check if you'd like to know more.
Okay, I was gonna say, is he audibly counting like this?
Yes, you can hear them whispering.
Sharp Eye, is there by chance for you to try to include him into the chat? He may be charmed, but I'm not sure if his mind is the same.
Sharp Eye, you know that this person is experiencing a deep and everlasting torment because you are familiar with this sort of curse, this sort of deep and everlasting torment. There are 660,000 gold coins in this stack. And they have to count them and stack them. And the second that they get to the last coin, everything collapses and they must start again.
Oh God. What's his name? Who has to push a rock up a hill?
Sisyphus.
Sisyphus.
Mm-hmm.
This is Sisyphus, basically.
Mm-hmm. And for lack of a better word, you can call them Sisyphus.
So he's utterly saying this, but is it by chance for you to try to talk to him with his mind to see perhaps he would be saying something else?
That's the only way I talk to people. When I told him to stop counting, I pushed into his mind, and he kept counting.
Mm-hmm.
This man is cursed.
Yeah.
I don't.
You pushed hard enough that they acknowledged you, but
I don't think a Quinsu.
Yes,
You got dispel magic, correct?
I think
I
remove
do.
curse
Yes.
might be the better option.
Yeah.
I don't
But you're
think
telling me is correct.
dispel magic is going to help this man.
Let me see here.
Did
Oh, I remember
anyone
I thought
have-
about taking dispel magic because I thought that would be smart, but then I thought, no, that would be too easy. So I did not. Yes, all I have is dispel magic. I do not have another way of.
Mr. Rahim, I hope you have the spell remove curse.
My son
I do
class,
not.
I don't even think that's an option. My son class. I know I did not take it. I mean, if we wanted to wait for a long rest, let's see if I can take it.
So,
No.
Schlep?
I know that Schlepp has it, but I don't know if Schlepp prepared it.
Yeah.
I did not prepare remove curse.
Remove curse is a third level spell.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I do have the
Damn.
opportunity to take it, but I did not. Because why would I?
I mean,
Well, I mean,
We-
you'd have to want to not be
Fucking
cursed,
Greg
I
just-
suppose. Oh, Craig, yeah.
Why would I choose to take remove curse when we are in hell where curses can literally fall from the sky?
Yeah, I figured, I'd just be wasting my time trying to kill all those curses, so why bother? Yeah, I mean, I could get it if we waited some time, but I do not have access to that right.
yeah. I'd rather be proceed the question. Quincy, what was your spider's name again?
Ududo?
Ududo? Can you perhaps send him as a scout towards the dragons, just in case that now that this person knows that we're here, hopefully nothing. I'd rather be cautious and not make sure that the dragons don't know we're here yet.
I
You want me
don't.
to send my spider back to see if there are still dragons back?
Mm-hmm.
I can. The spider moves relatively slow, so it will take some time for them to get there. But I will send Ududo back very slowly.
Mhm.
In the meantime, have you folks decided what to do with the horde?
Our extraction of the horde should be timely. We do not want to spend unnecessary time here, and this person is in our way. We should eliminate him.
To be fair, we don't know if he's in our way or if there's another magical effect that if you remove the coin, the blade starts to act up.
Schlep,
Killing
I
him.
want my
Killing him might
Sure.
not resolve everything.
Schlep, I want my shotgun back.
Shop I, or this is me being tipsy at the moment. Did you tell us about how his expressions are to us?
This is a man who's been cursed to count coins forever.
Okay, so you do tell us.
He will sit here, he will count the coins until they fall over, and then he'll start counting them again. You just noticed that. You just witnessed this.
I did, but I would much rather confirm than
I mean, I thought I was being a fucking dick
asshole.
by pushing my gun in his face and telling him to stop counting.
I was hoping I was wrong, is why I was asking. But which is why I'm actually suggesting or siding with Sir Slip. I do believe it might be better if we actually were to put him out of his misery. Because it does not, it seems like, it looks like from what you told us, he's telling us to kill him.
Does
it look
anybody
like-
have a removal of curse ability?
I do not.
Then
Said the
If I
person
will-
with the
Yeah, if you and I are the only people who can possibly remove this curse, but it will take time.
Then we either restrain him without risk of him making noise, or we eliminate him.
Sure Slip is right.
This is a simple decision.
It's unfortunate. But perhaps this cursed man would do with some mercy of being put out of their misery.
Fucking
My
right.
only
Did he just close his eyes? It
Well,
looked like he was like, he was the baby to sleep on your head.
my only concern is if we kill him. Like, we don't know what the stipulations are for this cave acting up. You just taking gold coin. Is it taking up the gold if anyone else touches it? Besides him, is he connected to it? Was he doing that? That's my only concern. Is if we shoot him and kill him now, this whole place comes crashing down.
I feel like this whole place is gonna come crashing down anyway.
All
The
right.
best thing is that we have a shortcut at least.
Yeah. Sharp Eye is going to hand the hole, Ilfric's hole,
Ilfric's hole.
to Clyde. He's gonna just walk over to Clyde and whisper, "I'm going to put this man out of his misery. Get ready."
Okay. Once you start doing so, do you want me to just start it to make sure all the magical items and money are inside the hole?
Get the magic items first, money second.
Very well.
And then-
Your request is at my command, or your command is at my question. I'll get it done.
897, 896, 800.
Sharp Eye is gonna walk up to the man, put a hand on his shoulder, just let him keep counting, and just be like, "I only know of one way to helping." And he pulls the hammer back of his pistol, and it's not gonna be nice.
Oh god, is this gonna be loud?
It's gonna be
Yes.
loud.
It's gonna be loud.
It's a cave.
I'm not quiet.
We need to kill them quietly. This is obvious.
It is quite obvious. Do you not have an option that is less? Can you just stab the man? Like, what is happening?
I don't necessarily have a way
Yes.
to.
Actually,
Wait a minute.
You do have a sword.
I do have a sword, and I'm not sure if I want to use it.
Do you want me to do it?
Use me. Use me. You haven't let me kill anything. Let me kill things.
Hold on.
What? Hey,
Hold on.
Let me do it. Let me.
Okay.
interesting.
Size, you see the small arms just holster the revolver, and his large arms go for the sword.
Alright.
Yes.
And he pulls back Talker out, and let me make sure that this is right.
Taken you long enough? You promised that we would have plenty to drink?
Do we hear Backtalker, by the way, or is it just him?
None of
Just
you
him.
hear it.
Yeah, just make sure, yeah.
Oh dear.
And then Sharp Eye is going to make 3 swift attacks on this
Mhm.
poor motherfucker.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you don't even need to make the other one.
All right.
But you did! So, you're prepared for this to take the 3. You're prepared for this to take all 3.
Lucky on that last one.
He takes a lucky feat.
Yes, it's
That's a lucky
Yes.
feat.
another-
Chicken.
He rolls another one.
I don't
He
want
rolls
to do another one. I don't want to do a 1, so
If you get
fuck that shit.
He rolls
Chicken
again.
head.
One.
Yeah, what's the worst that could happen?
I mean, I could lose my hand.
could use his hand. He could become more
No,
cursed.
let's be honest. He took this speed so his guns can stop jamming after that one.
That is absolutely why he did that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, with the first one, you stop eating this paper towel, Jesus fucking Christ.
Is it Greg?
Of course it's Greg.
Fucking Greg.
Oh man, Greg.
Yeet. He knocked my bedside lamp over because he likes to hide in the lampshade. Yeah. Yeah.
If autistic
my
was a
life.
cat, that sounds like Greg.
It's Greg. Yeah. So you slice through him and meet with almost no resistance. Cats don't eat Hershey's Kisses. God damn it. Sorry. I apparently have not provided this cat with enough enrichment today. So now he wants to steal Hershey's Kisses. And as you slice through this poor Sisyphus, cats don't eat garbage. He just disappears. Doesn't even leave a corpse.
What?
That's not good.
Well, that's not good.
Quick, let's identify the most valuable items, get them in the hole, and then we'll shovel as much gold as we can into the hole.
There's a clank as a glass container falls to the floor where he was standing.
Is magic coming from it?
Yes. This looks like a soul phylactery. You've seen them several times. You immediately recognize it.
It's a phylactery?
It was just the soul of whoever was in that phylactery being made to count forever.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I pause this for a moment and wait for it to see if the layer were to change or if the ground begins to shake yet.
Nope.
No?
All right. It seems as though killing the soul, or rather defeating it, so that it returned to the phylactery. Sorry, that is a difficult one to say with a Nigerian accent. Anyway, it seems as though that was not the trigger. Instead, it would be something like trying to take any of the gold.
Makes sense. Greg don't want anyone stealing from it easily.
So shop eye gave me the hole. To be honest, but I feel better if Avram were to head to the entrance as I began to expand this hole for us to gain this treasure.
Sharp is going to pick up the phylactery.
You say that we should head to the entrance? All right.
I say so. Oh, I want to.
I'm just standing by the passway, you know. What is the worst that could happen?
All right. Well,
Has the dragons moved yet?
No.
Where am I?
Uduro sees the young wormlings are playing with each other.
Sklep is immediately just
Sort
like
of.
throwing shit into the fucking pit.
Yeah, the young wormlings are playing with each other, like playing tag, chasing. There's one that is curled in an adorable little circle, sleeping.
wow.
The older dragon, the young dragon, has sort of slunk over into the hatchery to take a look at them, make sure that they're doing all right, and seems to have brought them some food of some kind. It looks like a cache of whatever passes for wildlife in this place. Some infernal squirrels, some lamprey. You see a couple of imps in there. This is a parentified eldest child who's taking care of the wormlings.
Ooh. That's.
Because dad's not coming back.
Well, they don't know that.
Nope.
All right, let's keep moving. I'll walk with it quick.
So Schlep, do you think you could get out of here just in case this whole place collapses?
Do I think I could get everybody out of here?
Yourself. I'm confident that I can get out before this whole place falls under, just in case.
I can run.
Shop eye.
I'll make sure he gets. Be fine.
Very well. If that's the case, I'll walk over and begin to collect the magical items with the pit.
Okay.
How big is the pit?
Portable hole.
20 feet down, I think.
Yeah.
No, 10.
10 feet.
Oh yeah, 10. What's the volume? Let me look.
It's a lot, actually.
Yeah.
So it's about that big then?
I think it has an actual. I can't believe I gave you a fucking portable hole.
It's an action. You gave us 2.
I know.
Because there's also Classics hole that we got.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Somebody else has got that one.
who has that?
I think Raheem.
Don't tell me we gave it to our fucking Shih Tzu.
Hey.
I don't think so. I remember
the
the hole,
Chihuahua.
but
The Chihuahua.
I remember I grabbed a hole, but I forgot to add it to my inventory in that session.
So you must have classics. It's 6 feet in diameter. And it is 10 feet deep. I'm still not doing geometry.
16 diameter.
I'll do it.
2 pi.
I mean, 6 feet diameter. It's still like 5 feet, so it takes up 1 square.
I feel like you could just arguably say with your heart how much we're gonna throw in this pit.
Yeah,
I
we're
mean, it can hold up to like 60 cubic inches or cubic feet of stuff. Is that even right? I don't even know.
Again, God teaches English, so I don't give a fuck.
just-
So you are just going for items.
Items first,
Yeah.
gold second.
Okay.
Even though Sharp Eyes can probably like now just pocketing just a bunch of gold.
Okay. Who is writing down the things that are shoved in this hole?
I could do it.
Hold on, let me get a new page.
I got a notebook right here.
280 cubic feet, by the way.
There you go.
Give or take.
180 cubic feet. That's pretty big, actually.
Thank you, engineer.
Because what you stated was, you said 60 or 6 feet cubic inches stack.
I
60
said-
feet, 6 feet diameter, right? And
Mhm.
6. Okay, then yeah, I'm 280 feet cubic feet.
Great. Okay. So, are you ready for the list of things that get shoved in your hole?
One second. I'm gonna prepare music for this.
I'm ready.
I'm
Okay,
also ready
great.
now.
It's a painted gold child sarcophagus that is worth 7,500 GP. A star chart that shows Bahamut and a one-headed Tiamat as constellations, with Elegy for the First World written between the stars.
Neat.
A potion of superior healing. There is a potion that has transparent liquid in it with a sliver of fingernail.
Don't we have one of those?
I drink it.
Yeah.
You type fast, Q, by the way.
Okay. I need somebody to roll me a d20.
95 words a minute, baby.
I'll do it since I put the whole 19. Pretty good.
Cool. You have also a candle
And
of invocation. It is lawful good alignment.
by the time I finish writing, you like type it out, Q.
Yeah, that is quite impressive.
There are 2 scrolls.
Okay. Oh,
what
just
level?
2 scrolls generic.
A 6th level and an 8th level.
Oh.
The 6th level is Create Undead, And the
shit.
8th level is Maddening Darkness. There is also a jar that has a dead illithid tadpole floating in preserving chemicals. It is a wet specimen of an illithid tadpole.
Right dead on that. That's gonna be important.
And there is a small token. It looks like it is carved of jade, and it is feathers in the shape of a fan. So it's Qual's feather token, comma, fan.
Qualls?
Quaals. Qualls? Qualls? Whatever.
Of a fan.
Yes.
Neat.
And
Jade.
that is
Jade with
it.
that too.
Yeah, and that is it for the non-gold items.
A lot.
And
So nothing happens when we take the items?
Nothing happens when you take the items.
Interesting.
It's
Uh,
the fucking gold.
I'm gonna
Quincy,
move
could you
the
conjure
whole
me a
of
shovel?
the gold then.
But yes, of course. Over here and then
Start
conjure a
shoveling
shovel
gold.
Okay.
Shoveling as much gold.
You put the first shovel full of gold into the hole,
Yep, I'm marking.
and the tremors start in the walls.
Shoveling more gold.
It doesn't appear. It's just
Regulus
just tremors.
Just
They don't seem to intensify with how much gold you put in
What magnitude?
of tremors.
Yeah. Like 1, 2, 5.
Like a 3. Like a 3. Nothing is coming dislodged. Nothing's coming dislodged, but it is serious enough that you feel it. But not serious enough to knock you on your ass.
That's strong enough to make you stumble for sure. The 3 is kind
Oh yeah, absolutely. If you all were not adventurers, you would be in trouble. But yeah, it just stays at that level as you shovel a bunch of gold in. I'm not doing volume for fucking gold pieces.
As we're shoveling in gold, I'll just unclip my gold pouch as it falls in. As I continue to shovel.
Okay.
Sharp Eye's small arms are actually grabbing gold and putting it in his pockets.
Okay, Sharp Eye, roll me a D100.
I'm
And
pushing the
Schlep.
gold into the hole.
Yeah, and Schlep and Clyde also each roll me D100s.
82.
Okay.
45.
Sharp Eye. You managed to pocket like 6,700 gold just with your little hands.
Holy shit. I knew my little hands were fast. I didn't know they were that fast.
You have a trigger finger. Come on.
yeah.
You said
do
6,000.
6,700. You will have to, if you intend on putting some in your bag of holding, get rid of a few hats.
My bag of hatting is different than my bag of holding.
Ah, okay. Okay.
And we do not touch the bag of
Yeah, only hats go in the bag of
Only
No.
hats.
Every time, like, if a hat
Only hats.
if a hat gets knocked off my head, I reach into the bag of hatting and grab a new hat.
You just don't go back for the hat.
I don't
No.
go back for the old hat.
It's like right there.
It's like OnlyFans, but for hats.
Only hats.
He doesn't actually even
Only
reload.
hats.
Do you have a bag of guns? Like when you run out of ammo, you just throw them on the ground and just pull out and 2 more guns?
Like freaking Reaper from Overwatch.
No, I'm not Reaper.
No.
You sound like River.
Okay. So, between... I wish I knew volume of fucking gold. In this amount of time, Schlep, you put 8,200 gold in the hole. And Clyde, you put 4,500 gold in the hole. There is still a lot of gold left, but you are running out of space.
Yep.
So
Wait,
for that, then, if nothing's happening yet, if it's still continuing to rumble, I'll still use my action to push the gold in.
You push the gold in. This hole is full. There is no more room at the end.
Get it. There
This
goes that
is
hole.
full.
We
Happens
see
to the
two
best of
holes,
us.
right?
I think that's all we can fit. Let's get out of here.
I mean, we still have our pockets.
Most people have 3.
Sharp Eye, did you mark down the 8,200 gold that I shoveled?
8,200, yeah, and the 4,400 that Clyde got, and we didn't even get like how much I got.
Also,
Hold on.
Roll us a lie.
I am.
Everybody knows you're lying.
Yeah,
They
even I know you're
watched your
lying.
tiny hands grab them.
I passed the insight 21. I know you're lying.
But I was shoveling my big hands in.
Okay. In that case, roll a second D100 to see how many your big hands put in the hole.
18.
Big hands only put 1,800 in the hole. Would somebody just make me a flat intelligence check, please?
You want to do it, Q? You have the higher intelligence.
Quincy technically has the highest, I think, but sure.
Yeah, but I'm not fucking in that.
Yeah,
I'm just
I'm
chilling
trying to
on
keep
the
Master
outside.
Quincy safe and put him towards the entrance.
Should I, depending on what this is this like guidance appropriate?
No, this is just to see how well you understand the world you're in.
Fair enough.
So, yeah, you're like gold good. I mean, you don't think gold's good, but would you like to do anything else?
Gold is gold.
There's still several 100,000 gold coins.
This is a good haul, everyone. But really, the magic items are the victory here.
That's what you believe, but I'd rather have a little extra gold for savings just in case.
You all do tend to burn through currency very fast.
Don't necessarily tend to. I'd rather be safe than sorry. You're welcome to run away if you want to. I'm not questioning that.
I mean, that hole looks pretty full.
You run away with A too?
There's like a pile of the gold just sticking out of the hole.
The point I'd like to raise here is that we have a whole other hoard to get to with invaluable items there. And every minute we spend here is a risk of the dragons catching us, when there will be plenty of gold at the next haul as well.
Wait, hold.
Wait for what?
Uh-oh.
Sharp Eye folds up the hole and puts it in his pocket.
Okay. Damn it. Fine.
Great. The walls continue shaking, and then let's say after about 10 minutes, it just stops.
Now, it was not just that room. The entire, like, as like Raheem was walking out, he could feel the whole thing shake, right?
The whole thing's
Okay.
shaking.
Huh. Okay.
The clouds of fog seem to thicken as you're leaving.
Let's get the fuck out of here.
I'd just like to grab a handful of gold before I leave.
Roll a d20.
And it all collapses.
What's up with these natural ones, man? That's the natural ones I rolled so far.
Just
Okay. You palm 100 gold.
Better than nothing. I'm happy about that. I don't care. Oops.
100
Okay.
gold.
You said you just grabbed a handful.
Oh.
Yeah.
I was like, that's a lot of gold for a handful. Not gonna lie, unless you're grabbing platinum. Platinum's a handful.
Well, yeah.
10 platinum
Whatever.
in a handful. A pawful, if you
Okay.
will.
A pawful, yeah. So, you all make it out, and other than the walls stop shaking, and other than the thickening of the acid fog, you don't notice anything amiss.
Is everybody here? Everybody's good? Let's get out of here.
Perfectly fine.
All right. So are you going to carefully pick your way back to the Ugly Guppy, which will take half an hour, or are you just booking it straight through?
Well, let's just book it.
I'd say
At
we
the
book
pace of
it.
everyone else.
I think we book this. Yeah.
Okay. At a clip, it's 10 minutes. I would like everyone to make me survival checks, and you may do so at advantage because you have been through this area slowly the first time.
I'd say dirty 20 for me.
Okie dokie. Pass.
Good boy.
Pass.
18.
Pass.
I'm going to guidance
17.
this.
Pass.
18.
Pass. Everybody passes.
Oh wow.
Y'all would have really had to fuck up to fall in like a hole or something.
But there's no dream pools on the way out, right?
There are no dream pools. There are no dream pools. You already did not pass that roll. So you book it with your ill-gotten goods. You make it back to the Ugly Guppy, and you are free to continue your adventure.
Excellent job, everybody. That went
All
off without
right.
a hitch.
That was a pretty good heist.
Well done.
Honestly, I'm surprised that with the shaking of the walls, none of the dragons decided to go. Well, at least the adult one decided to come check it out.
Maybe wall shaking is normal when there's
You don't know.
I
Now,
don't know.
dissemination of the magical items is in order while we sail the boat.
Okay.
Or
If you all may do that, I will sail or get as close to the other horse as we can.
or we could just like sit happily with what we got,
All in your possession, I assume?
all in. I don't know what you're talking about.
We
I
will
disagree with
need
you, Shoplock.
we will need a quinsuit to cast identify on the items. Sharp,
Mhm.
don't you agree?
And I say you should do that on our way over to the next hold.
Oh,
You do agree.
yeah, I do. I do. I like.
All right.
Is it possible we could open the hole in a way? I guess it's only 5 feet, like whatever. So we can open it up on the ship. We got a few things. We got like a vial, a potion of some sort. That's like it's got a. God damn, is that a toenail?
Mm-hmm.
We got a potion
It is
with a
a toenail.
toenail in it. A candle of some sort. A jar with a tadpole inside. What the fuck? A jade token of some sort. And 2 scrolls.
And a child-sized sarcophagus.
And a child-sized sarcophagus. So,
All
Made
right.
of-
Well,
Solid gold.
made of solid gold.
assuming that if we have time on the way back, then I'll just go through one at a time and identify all of these things.
Okay. The potion with the toenail in it is a potion of fire giant strength.
That's definitely a Raheem thing.
No, I'm good.
He's
You
a
can have
storm
that.
giant strength.
Yeah,
I'm
he's
good.
already
I
got
don't
the
need that. That would actually reduce my strength. I'm cool.
Actually, reduced my strength.
Um,
You know what would be absolutely hilarious? A Quinsu.
You're really gonna give it to Quinzu.
Yes.
I want you to keep this potion of fire giant strength.
All right. There might be a situation where it would come in handy.
Exactly.
The candle is a candle of invocation. It is the alignment of it is lawful good. So the candle's magic is activated when the candle is lit, which requires an action. It has a total of 4 hours burn time. It sheds light when lit in a 30-foot radius and dim light, and any creature within that light whose alignment matches that of the candle makes attack rolls, saving throws, and ability checks with advantage.
Dang.
Another item for Iquensu.
Yeah.
In addition, a cleric or druid in the light whose alignment matches the candles can cast first level spells he or she has prepared without expending spell slots.
Wow, that's pretty broken, actually.
Wait, what?
The Quinto, the multi-class cleric real quick.
I might fucking have to.
Alternatively, when you light the candle for the first time, you can cast the gate spell with it, but doing so destroys the candle.
Wow.
Gate?
One-time
Mhm.
teleportation.
Mm-hmm.
That is definitely an Quinsu thing.
Yeah.
All right. You
He-
pulled my teeth.
We pulled your what now?
What? My foot?
No,
You've made me do it.
no, you said something teeth
Let's not talk about it.
or
I'm
teeth.
not good with. I'm not sure what I said. Teeth, but it
Oh,
was not the
teeth.
right saying.
Oh, I missed one item that I did roll for you. As you're like dumping stuff out, you find something that was left in the hole. It's armor of invulnerability.
Oh!
Doesn't that only fit? Doesn't that only fit doors?
No.
No, it's just
Legion
plate
wears
armor.
that.
Wait, I remember. Fuck, god damn it.
That's an item for Master Rahim.
I agree.
Considering
I
he's the
mean-
only one who could actually effectively use it.
I could use it.
I was gonna
But-
say,
It's more suited to Master.
Pass.
What?
You can have it, Slip.
That's on you, Slep. This is your armor now.
Oh, I could
Considering-
integrate this.
Yeah.
when you identify the gold sarcophagus, it is in fact just a child's gold sarcophagus. There is something dead inside it, though. The sarcophagus itself is not magical, but there is a dead thing in it. Presumably a dead child. Let's see.
How about-
What else? The spell scrolls. The 6th level spell is Create Undead, and the 8th level spell is Maddening Darkness.
Question.
Mm-hmm.
Do you need to be able to cast spells to use spell scrolls?
Technically, yes. Technically, yes.
Alright.
You
Never
have to
mind.
be able to cast at that level, is that correct?
No. Well,
Well, I mean, technically, yes, but
I
I
was
think that's
asking
dumb.
if we were doing Baldur's Gates rules where anybody can use a spell scroll.
no.
Oh,
No, that shit's broken.
That's fun, though.
Oh, yes, because I canonically hate fun in this campaign. Bug man with a bag of hats.
Bag of hats. I'd like to examine the star chart and the tadpole wet specimen if I could.
Absolutely. The star chart is beautiful. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's been drawn on very fine vellum that has been cured and preserved. It's gilded and illuminated, and it shows Bahamut on the left side of the star chart, a constellation of Bahamut in platinum ink. And on the right side of the star chart, it shows Tiamat, but with only one head. And her stars have been charted using almost an obsidian ink. Black, but with the depth of shine that ink would not normally hold on paper, on vellum. And between them is written Elegy for the First World. And it seems to be you're not sure if it is a thing that would be navigable. Like it's like a usable star chart. But it's a beautiful piece of art, and it seems to hold something of the history of dragons in it. Because most of the depictions that you've seen of Tiamat, she has all her heads. And so it's rather odd that this Tiamat only has one. And you gather it must be very old.
And is the tadpole alive, or is it literally a wet specimen?
It's literally a wet specimen. This is a dead tadpole, an illithid tadpole that has been preserved in formalin.
Interesting.
Strange indeed.
And it's had the effect, being preserved in this liquid, that it's almost become diaphanous, so you can see through its skin and see the strange vessels and channels that make up the insides of the illithid tadpole. It's oddly beautiful and terrifying at the same time. If you're curious as to what that looks like, diaphanous specimens are in fact an actual thing.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen them.
Mm-hmm. Spooky girl shit.
Yeah. And then Qual's feather token? What's that?
Okay. Qual's feather token. Let me find it again. I have a list of things, but I didn't give you the dumb shit. Okay. This is a fan. If you are on a boat or a ship, you can use an action to toss the token up to 10 feet in the air. The token disappears and a giant flapping fan takes its place. The fan floats and creates a wind strong enough to fill the sails of one ship, increasing its speed by 5 miles per hour for 8 hours. And you can dismiss the fan as an action.
It's not bad.
In that case, Skelep casts a spell
Okay.
on some of the local vegetation, the roots and the like. He casts. He's going to cast Fabricate to collect raw material from the surroundings and implement that into the guppy as a mast with a sail.
Yeah, it takes a little bit of time to get the raw materials that you need. But especially once you make your companions turn out their unused bedrolls to use as a sail. You're like, give me your blanket. I've never seen you use that. It becomes much easier. And you're able to fabricate a sail for the ugly guppy.
And then the feather token is tossed to Clyde.
Thank you.
Okay. And with that, presumably you will make your way to the second dragon horde?
Did we establish who's
Yes.
getting the superior healing potion?
No.
But we never just gave it to someone, but we do have it.
How do we feel about giving it to Clyde?
Good.
Fine with me.
If while you give it to him, you say you're sorry.
Sorry for the actions I've done before.
No, not Clyde says he's sorry.
What?
Schlep? You want
I'm-
Schlep to say he's sorry?
Yes.
Why does Slip need to apologize?
I'm confused.
Just say you're sorry.
What? Did you do something, Slip?
No, just say you're sorry.
I'm sorry?
Now hand him the potion.
Hands the potion to Clyde.
Thank you.
I don't
Good.
understand what you were testing for.
What just
Good.
happened?
Just there's a disruption in the group dynamic. I wanted to fix it.
What?
All right.
I
I
do not
understand
sense
you-
the same sentiment.
I understand your attentions, Chop.
Schlep, you
but
don't sense many things.
What's happening?
never mind.
I think I'm being insulted.
Mm-hmm.
No, if I was insulting you, I'd call you a stupid cunt.
Oh,
Wow.
Anyways, what was what? That reminds me. What were you gonna do with that dream vial that I pointed out to you? I saw you collect that.
The dream file?
Yes, you wanted me to point it out to you last time.
Yes. I saw the dream pool.
I also saw you walk over and collect a vial of it.
Correct.
What'd you do with it?
I stowed it away.
Okay, we all know that's a lie, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna say I'm inciting on that.
It's not a lie, he did stow it away.
It's true.
that's true.
But we're.
For
I
what
would say
purpose?
that doesn't count as a lie.
Okay. For what purpose, if I can ask, then?
I collect them. And sometimes
what
I use
reason?
them to gain more humanity.
Collect them implies that you keep them.
Wait, are you like Wait, you said to get more humanity. Slip, are you like using it or like what? I don't know, like splashing it on yourself or something? Like,
Correct.
Dave?
If you apply it to yourself, you gain new memories and you experience the feelings and thoughts of others. You know this.
Or very concerned.
Okay. Yeah, no, because I went into one of those pools, and it did something to me.
What did it do to you?
You're not sure.
I'm not 100% sure. I changed after that. I'm not sure for the better or for the worse. If Schlep is just using these pools willy-nilly,
I'm more human than I've ever been.
But this does bring the question: how could emotion affect a being if one never could experience emotion in the first place?
let me put it this way. If you're more human than you ever been, then I will put you down like one.
whoa.
Chop, let's not get ahead of ourselves here.
For a
Whoa.
man as old as you are not so wise.
I've never claimed to be wise.
What is going on here? Slep, you're taking these water pools, and Sharp Eye, you feel like they are something that shouldn't be meddled with. I'm not going to tell Slep that he can't take it, but understand it's at his own risk.
I will. If I see you taking another one of those fucking pools, I will shoot you where you stand. You will hear me?
Let me be clear.
This got aggressive fast.
You need me, you helpless old man.
Let me be clear. I'm more than willing to take you out. He will put his gun underneath your chin and pull the hammer back.
Drop by.
And
Don't get ahead of ourselves here.
out of everyone here, if I die, I'll just wake up again. Death's just an inconvenience. For you, I imagine you just go to sleep and don't wake up again.
I wouldn't be so sure about that. Level your head.
Think about it. Can I get a cruel point back?
Yeah.
Go.
As that's going on, Clyde has his hands raised like he's ready to intervene, but he's also going to turn to Raheem and give him an expression like something's going on.
Like,
And
control your bitch.
control your bitch for one, but number two, is there a chance that maybe I can talk to you in private?
Like I can see your expression that you're making.
The little guys in your head are like, I don't know what this cat is trying. What is this cat dog trying to do?
What are,
I don't.
what are cat expressions?
Yeah. What
I don't
cat,
understand
what
what's happening right now. And then Wanda is just like in Celestial.
Dang it, Wanda! You're not adding anything.
Yeah, put it again.
I think from Raheem's standpoint, I think he is a little bit. Slep's response is definitely a little bit shocking. I don't know if it'd be Clyde, but I think Raheem would honestly turn to Quensu to like are you're seeing this too, right? Or you're hearing this, right?
We are in hell. Not going to get between us. Two men squabbling. Besides, I think that even if he pulled the trigger, Asclepius would not be felled by a single shot of a gun. So, if they started to fight, we would probably have time to intervene. I'll put one of them in a bubble, it would be fine.
All right, well that's
Put him in timeout.
yeah. It's
Put
just
him in timeout.
pretty much. I was like, all right.
I don't think one of them can kill the other instantaneously, so, we would have time to break it up.
I mean, when you put it in that perspective, yeah, it does kind of feel a little bit less of a threat.
Yeah.
You all have no cause for concern. From the very beginning, I have advocated for the safety of the team and I care for everybody on it. If anything, I don't understand why you all do not trust my judgment.
Because that judgment's compromised.
Your judgment's compromised, is what you said?
His judgment's compromised. My judgment's compromised. Anybody who's touched those fucking pools' judgment is compromised. If anything, Quincy's the only one who hasn't been like, hey, I'ma just dip my hand into this water and drink it.
I've never touched one of those drain pools for one.
I haven't either.
Also, you're all in hell. Everyone's judgment is compromised.
Yeah, I haven't touched it. Clyde hasn't touched it. I mean, like you two are the only ones that have been affected by it. It seems like one questionably, and one you don't have a good feeling for.
Yes, but my only concern is that Shapai was the one who accidentally fell into effect while the Schlep is actively collecting them.
These dreaming pools are to my benefit and to yours.
How so?
They expand my thinking, my understanding.
I can understand that, Sir Schlep. They let you feel human emotions, for one. But those human emotions can mean many different things for what the experiences that you hold. If you don't experience them on your own, your opinion will sway heavily of what actually occurs because you believe one will happen. versus the one you actually should feel.
What if? So we're in an area where everyone just throws away memories. What if you find a pool that is the memories of the? Do you know what a serial killer is?
I do.
He does.
I mean,
I'm
I mean-
asking Slap.
They really like Frosted Flakes.
Of course. I know many things.
All right. What if you find a pool that is just like the need to kill from a serial killer?
When you experience things from a dreaming pool, the person experiencing it gets to choose whether or not they relate to it and want to bind with it.
That's bullshit, and I know it.
Hold up. That's actually just more evidence of what you proclaimed, what you said, Shapai. You said the emotion of that person will hold to it, right?
Something changed in me. I don't know what.
I'm not done.
So if he has taken like 3 goddamn pools, 3 things have changed in him that is permanent.
I'm not done. Slep. I'm thinking about Sir Slep's statements before. You said that the emotion that person experience holds to them if they side with it, correct?
Holds to them?
You're the one who believes into it and holds on to them. That's what you said, right?
You can either choose to... You simply learn from the experience and you can choose to adopt whatever you interpret from it.
Are you adopting into interpreting them?
I've learned many things from these memories.
That's not what I asked.
Well, I've adopted some things from them.
Are you holding that to your nature?
I'm building upon my character with it.
So the memories of these characters that you're building with them, are you believing them to also be your own, or are you also thinking that is correct of what these memories believe?
They are not my own, but I can take the wisdom of another person's experience and self-reflect upon that. And then I can change how I think, or perhaps these experiences can change my perceptions and beliefs and ideals of the world. But to be fair, don't you do that every day?
I do, but the only difference is that you're experiencing someone else's and holding it to you for self-reflecting for your own accord. And the only difference being is relying on someone else's emotions compared to your own for self-reflecting. So how do I know that you're just relying on someone else's emotion for your own being because you're afraid of what the emotions that you saw within them for your own self because of what they believe?
Can I shoot this trash can?
Shut up. I'm not talking to you. Shabai, I understand you meaning good intentions, but no, that's just that we do need him. But I'm more worried about that his swaying of someone else's emotion will change how he is in reality.
Let me
I'm
get
not
this
against
straight.
you experiencing emotion.
Let me get something straight here. First, I'm going to ask a very relatable question to each one of you. Has anybody here ever lived a life as a half-being? A robot with limited design capacity to feel and understand things. Purposefully done so to be forced into servitude of living mortals.
No.
That has been my entire life. And Master Rahim has been very kind. And I love him for that. But now I have an opportunity to expand beyond my design, to think and feel for myself. And what I'm hearing right now, you may not mean it this way. But logically, I see through what you're saying. You all prefer it when I can't think or feel for myself.
You know, that would be true if it wasn't for the. We are in fucking hell.
Look, I understand everyone's concern, but we are playing with fire, and I suppose when you're on hell, that is what you do. You play with fire. But for as long as Asclepius refers to Rahim as Master Rahim, I think that we are okay. The day that he just calls him Rahim, then we should have something to worry about. How's that?
Honestly, I'd be pretty happy about that. But he's somewhat right.
My only concern is that I don't think that's entirely true. You put emotion in front of you before logic, for it to feel these feelings.
Well, that is rich coming from someone who just thought about violence and then scratched my bald head, so...
Yeah, it just me.
I'm not done
It's
yet.
true.
It is maybe true, but I am infected with a curse. He isn't, so that's the difference.
It's not evolved.
Everybody who's cursed, raise your hand.
My point being is that you chose emotion to experience other emotions, versus you forget that people abandoned their emotions down here. So the emotions you're experiencing are people who choose to forget and experience many bad things, and you still chose to collect these dreams for yourself in order to self-reflect. What makes you think that it still might be a bad things? I prefer your logical understandings. I'm not saying I'm against your emotions, but not in this way. Because these emotions will only lead you down to a dark path, and many of these people chose to forget down here.
Well, hold on. I'll actually ask something. One thing we haven't asked, what are these memories that Slep is pulling from? I mean, you said they chose to abandon them, but I mean, is it necessarily chose, or is it more either taken from them, or they made a deal and how deals go here?
I understand
What you all
that.
know about the dreaming pools is that these are emotions that people have bartered away. They made a deal and gave up this emotion.
Okay,
in
so they
return for
are.
something.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So to answer your question, Raheem, have you seen anyone else down here who's willing to bargain these emotions? We are the only 6 people who've really been down here.
Wow.
That's the only reason I'm voicing for concern for Slep collecting these emotions. These emotions were willing to be abandoned, which means they regretted the things they have done. And he's trying to collect these emotions to sway the things that he's done. And for someone who doesn't know emotion, collecting these in order to self-reflect, I'm just prioritizing concern for what it could really mean.
I do understand, but I do get where somewhat Slep is coming from. I understand that he's wanting emotion and to feel. And now that what do you suggest? Taking that away from him, essentially?
No.
I do agree that what you're saying, I do agree. That is concerning that he is taking from these leftover or abandoned memories. All we can do now, I guess, is just like a coincidence. All we can do now is really monitor at this point. There's no point in sticking it here.
Me. I'm just saying he might be another me. But I honestly think that he was possibly experiencing emotion before any of us came down here for these emotion dream pools, and he just never even knew it.
Are you saying that he will eventually maybe let? Actually,
One more time.
You cut out.
Yeah, you cut out.
Is he gonna lose himself and attack us eventually?
I don't know, because I only attacked y'all because of my intention emotion for bloodlust, and these emotions were possibly intense that they want to be forgotten.
And that's what I'm saying. What if he finds a bloodlust?
That's something I'm concerned for.
Same.
Regardless,
He hasn't already.
Oh,
Yeah, I'll just ask
stop
Slep
that.
straight up.
Put that fucking idea in my head, because I will blow Schlepp's head right off. Right now.
I'll ask
Put it
Slep straight
down.
up. Slep, how many dream pools have you gone to, and can you tell us what? Let's just resolve this now, I guess. Figure this out. What emotions or memories did you experience?
Perhaps this is relatable, but when you dream, do the dreams become blurry after a while?
Yeah.
I suppose so.
Yeah.
It's something akin to that. I have come in contact with 2 or 3 pools. I've experienced great love. I've experienced what it feels like to fall and betray. The guilt that comes with that, the consequence. I know how it feels to recognize one's own worth. The importance of self.
Inside check.
I'm telling the truth.
Yeah, even I believe him without that statement as a person.
Yeah.
Well,
Um,
now as PPS, you can add another memory to your experience, and that is the experience of men being afraid of emotions.
that is true as well.
Does it take away from this?
I'm not being hostile towards you for collecting these dream pools. I'm more worried about these dream pools getting into you in the wrong way. I honestly think you're experiencing emotion way before then you collecting these dream pools for your master Rahim.
Toxic masculinity.
Even under the circumstance that what you are saying is out of the word escapes me right now. If you are trying to be helpful in a selfless way and look out for my well-being, thank you. But also, bear in mind, I advise people all the time that I am sworn to. Hints at Master Rahim. And I was designed to accompany him not only to help him and fight for him, but also to advise him when he's of ill judgment. And in times where his judgment is not clear or he's making an objectively wrong decision and I know it,
Wait.
I do not impede his...
Wait.
Wait, hold on.
I never impede his independence and ability to make his own judgments. And I think
That's understandable.
I think it would be wise for this group to remember that abiding by that same behavior will be crucial to hold this group together.
I'm just afraid that you may choose your words wrong and actually sway his judgment. Because that could happen.
TLDR. Mind your own business.
Mine,
Pretty much.
our own.
Let me make my own mistakes.
Slep, what's your realignment?
My
What's
alignment?
your alignment? Sharp eye.
Chaotic evil.
Those in glass houses shouldn't throw bullets.
How about coins?
Schlep already could hold that wouldn't tell you anything. Schlep has been able to hold soul coins.
You say
The whole time.
when you ask that question, he's like confused by that, and he goes, "Alignment? I am of service to Master Rahim."
That's right.
I'm not.
Fucking are you though?
I was gonna say that is the master truly the one who necessarily holds the lease and gives the orders, or is the master really the one who tells them what they want?
That's right.
Or
And just what I don't give him specific orders for. Just to be clear.
look,
let's be clear about that. Let's be clear. Clear that up.
I understand that
Rahim-
there's subliminal meaning behind what you said, and let me state plainly, we are in hell because Master Rahim has a need and a desire for something here. I do not.
I don't believe that.
I'm here to help Master Rahim.
How long have you? You never told Master Rahim you'd be collecting these dream pools, have you? Until now.
I didn't see a reason to. Actually,
So why?
Actually, I did. Yes, I did.
Mm-hmm.
Remember when I flicked you with that liquid and you dreamed for just a second, Master Raheem?
Yeah, but I don't know if I knew that was the dreaming pool, right? I just remember getting flicked with water and just having kind of a moment, but I don't think I
No,
knew that was a dreaming pool.
you asked what was wrong because he had a bad dream in a dreaming pool, and he came to you, and you were like, "What's wrong?" And he was like, "I'll show you."
Mm-hmm.
He was hinting he stepped in a dreaming pool. I
Yeah,
don't know
but
if
I don't think
Raheem's
Raheem.
Raheem
Yeah, it
is
is.
dumb.
Yeah. I don't think Raheem picked up on that immediately. I think he was just. There was a lot of emotions going on for what Raheem experienced was pretty good. So, yeah.
So you picked up one dream and gave him the assumption that you stepped on one by accident, not collecting them. What kind of
Correct.
subordinate doesn't tell their master what their really intentions are and what they really want? It's clear that you want to experience emotions like your master to give proper judgment, right? Proper opinion.
Just because you serve somebody doesn't mean that you have to tell them every single thing that you're doing that has nothing to do with them.
I mean, a heads up would be nice, though. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, but to be fair, Clyde, you are a butler, right? Who is it that you serve? Tell them everything?
I do. It's my job. Tell them everything
They
that I
know you
do,
are
what I've
here
done, what
now?
my job is. Huh?
Do they know you are here now?
I hope so, because my subordinate told me I had to go to hell. My real master, and he is like hip to hip with my master. Sorry, I can only
So,
hope so.
so you didn't tell him directly? You just wait. I would imagine.
I'm going to literally hell now.
Yeah, like I feel like that's not something you just like leave to let someone else tell. Like you tell directly, like, "Hey, I'm taking a couple weeks off because I'm going to hell."
So let me put it to you in this perspective. Everything is a blur. The whole house is filled with blood and guts. You've killed over countless many people.
Well, hold on, slow
How
down
can you
with
be
that.
Whoa, whoa, relax.
Hold
Don't
on,
let this go.
hold on.
Don't. Let's. No.
Let's not go
Remember
into
the
some
last time?
blood.
The last time that we started talking about blood and guts, I ended up with a scar on the back of my head. So
Yeah. Slow down with that.
relax. It's going to be
How can you
okay.
be 100% sure your master's really alive?
But is it? Hey, hold on. Is he dead?
Pretty sure you're
I
alive.
don't know, which is why I am down here in the first place. The only person I really trusted for me to be down here is to collect a cure that can save myself and stop me from hurting the people I love. He gave me reassurance, and I'm willing to believe it. There's no evidence towards that, but it's the only thing I can fall upon.
Oh, well, okay. I suppose we
You
know what
you
Clyde's
are
triggers
right.
are now.
Your master's right here. My more concern is whether he develops emotion to sway his judgment, to trick you into him really being the master or something. What if he does the same thing to you, huh?
Well, if you're not like
shoot
secretly, I will reaction, strike, just karate chop, sharp eye.
Jesus Christ.
Sorry about the slap is not, and then I just sense the gun going off, just karate chop.
I don't know if my real master's dead, but I do know the person who I trust told me to come down and collect a cure to make sure this never happens again. He assured me everyone was alright, and I had no choice but to believe him because I refused to believe everyone I loved was dead.
Look, so we'll probably have a discussion later on whether or not you're manipulating me or something. At the end of the day, we're all here for our own reasons, right? You're here for your cure. I guess Quincy technically got what he wanted. Chopper's here for the soul. I'm here for my own personal reasons. You know, fuck.
I have
I'm
a
here for
candle,
my.
but I can get out of this.
Not helping.
Sorry.
I'm here straight up for my daughter. Okay, I lost her soul. I'm here for that.
Your
Love is
daughter.
helping me get that back. At the end of the day, what matters to me is getting her soul out of here. I really could care less at the end of the day what you all do, what you're associated with, what you're aligned with. I could not care.
Okay.
I do agree that working together will help me achieve my goal, and will probably help you all achieve your own goals if we work together. We don't have to like each other. Just trust in the fact that we're here to get stuff done, and we'll get it done.
Okay.
Can
Yes. Master Rahim,
Just
let me
Raheem.
tell you what my personal perspective was through here. I fear it is something going down similar to the way I have killed my family before. Someone experiencing emotion that they want to experience for your own judgment. But what I fear is, what if someone chooses the decision for you and maybe will regret it for the rest of their life?
I'll say it like this then. If Slep over here steps into a pool of a murderer, becomes bloodlusted or whatever, if at the end of this story, my daughter's soul's walking out of here, couldn't care less. That's what's important to me.
what about, let's say that Schlep has been put into a position,
Mm-hmm.
just hypothetically, where he had to choose between you and your daughter.
You better choose my daughter.
Hypothetically.
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 Yeah.
Well,
This scenario has probably never been thought of before at all. But
Never.
It's what
I
if
would
scenarios catastrophizing?
yeah, this scenario would probably never happen or it's never been referenced before. I would hope, and I will tell Slip this now, I've not really given you an order before, but if anything, please, God, just save her.
Your request has been noted.
Noted, not accepted.
Noted. Well, hold on, man. Yeah, I agree with Clyde on this one. Rewind that back. You mean, yes, please. Do not, just, if you could do me one solid thing, just priority her. Okay? Please.
She is priority. Understood.
Over me. Just need you to say that last part.
Even over you.
Insight on that one.
It's
Ooh,
yeah. I'm gonna touch that again. That one.
King Insight, yeah. What the?
Took a while to say that.
Let me see. So let me just for shits and giggles, I'm gonna do a little roll here.
Why is everyone's insight crazy? What?
Everyone's insight's like absolutely insane.
We're in hell. What do you expect?
My insight's
Come here.
We expected people to be lying to us left and right.
What's funny is that I don't lie to you. I
17's
just
not that
continue
bad.
to do this stuff.
So like when you're reading stuff, he doesn't have a face. So like
Don't do that.
you're like reading Sklep, and you're listening to him say it, and he's like confused
It's still body language.
because
I know I don't need to tell Raheem this, but
Yeah,
also
yeah.
should tell you both of this, that just that you shouldn't rely on other emotions to create your own, Raheem. Even I could see clearly that you're more towards your master.
It's just for him. Look, so if a situation ever comes up that you had to make a choice between her and myself, I don't know, let's just say you had a chance to escape, like the door was right there to leave, and I'm like, I don't know, like badly wounded, bloodied or something like that, on the verge of death, just almost out there.
oddly specific.
I will rescue both of you.
Yeah, sure, try, but if you could, take her. She shouldn't have been here in the first place. And then if there's time, sure, come back for me. But just get her out.
Hold on, can't. What do you mean she wasn't supposed to be here in the first place?
That is irrelevant to you at this moment. We're
No.
focusing on this part right now.
No. If there's one thing I know about hell, only the people that need to go to hell go to hell.
The Quintus here.
Hi.
I mean, he made a deal with the devil. That's his fault.
It was a good deal.
It was a good deal, and she was super hot.
She was super hot.
Yeah, there are the voices in my head are telling me she was super hot, so it was okay.
Vaguely Vietnamese looking. I don't know what the.
She was super hot. So
She had some killer
like,
dance moves.
Yeah, come on, like we can all let it go. I mean, it was super hot. Like, you know, that doesn't count. You know.
What do you expect from me?
Look, there are some. I mean, even the one person who I promised to also, you know, help get out of here. I don't know why they're here, but it seemed like they got the short end of the stick. So, I don't think everyone here is necessarily meant to be here.
You've met Oleander. You don't
Yeah.
know if she's supposed to be here or not.
That's what I was referring to. I made a deal with
Yeah.
Oleander that I had to get her out. So, yeah, Oleander, I don't know. What's her deal? Doesn't matter, you know. She could be here because she murdered thousands of people, or she could have just wrong place, wrong time.
The universe is hardly black and white.
All right, so the other treasure trove.
Yeah, I imagine
Yeah.
we just like pull up right now.
And on that bombshell, we will end the session there because I did not prep a second layer tonight.
You are hoping we divulged into pointing fingers?
Well, I did put a bunch of dragonlings in that cave. I didn't realize that Quincy was just gonna be like, "Hey, fuck you! I cast hallway."
It was that.
Don't worry, we
But
filled the
that
time.
means that I got whatever this clusterfuck was instead, which was great.
Yay.
It's great.
Yeah.
What? Like the party not trusting each other?
Yeah, but also it's revealing an awful lot about how you all feel about free will.
Expose yourselves.
Who wouldn't want those themes to come up later?
Yeah.
Those things come up later.
I know.
Oh God, those things are coming up in my book.
All right. Well, I have a fuckload of clients, and I'm going to go to bed if you don't mind.
Yeah, go ahead.
Good night.
Yeah.
Good night,